The nuclear weapons disposal facility on Shadow Moses Island in Alaska's Fox Archipelago was attacked and captured by next-generation special forces being led by members of Foxhound. They are demanding that the government turn over the remains of Big Boss, and they say that if their demands are not met within 24 hours, they'll launch a nuclear weapon. You will have two mission objectives. First, you're to rescue DARPA Chief Donald Anderson and the President of Armstech, Kenneth Baker. Both are being held as hostages. Secondly, you're to investigate whether or not the terrorists have the ability to make a nuclear strike and stop them if they do.
What's the insertion method?
We'll approach the disposal facility by sub.
And then?
We'll launch a one-man SDV. After the SDV gets as close as it can, dispose of it. From there on, you'll have to swim. High-tech Special Forces Unit Foxhound, your former unit, and one that I was the commander of.
So they're still around.
There are 6 members of Foxhound involved in this terrorist activity. Psycho Mantis, with his powerful psychic abilities. Sniper Wolf, the beautiful and deadly sharpshooter. Decoy Octopus, master of disguise. Vulcan Raven, giant and shaman. And Revolver Ocelot, specialist in interrogation and a formidable gunfighter. And finally, in charge of them, Foxhound Squad Leader, Liquid Snake.
Liquid Snake.
The nuclear weapons disposal facility covers the whole island. I'll instruct you by codec after you reach your target.
Anyone going with me?
As always, this is a one-man sneaking mission.
Weapons and equipment OSP.
Yes. This is a top-secret black op. Don't expect any official support. It's been a long time, Snake.
I should have known you were behind this, Colonel.
Snake, straight to the point as always.
What do you want from me?
I just invited you here so we could have a talk.
Invited? That's what you call sending armed soldiers after me?
Sorry if they were a little rough with you, but we've got a serious situation here. Only you can get us out of it.
I'm retired from Foxhound. You're not my commander anymore, and I don't have to take orders from you or anyone else.
You will take these orders. I know it.
Excuse me.
Who's this?
Dr. Naomi Hunter, the unit's chief medic, an expert in gene therapy.
Are you military?
No, civilian. I've been sent here from ATGC. Pleasure to meet you, Snake. Don't worry, this injection won't hurt a bit.
What's the shot for?
What's wrong? You don't like shots?
Snake, listen up. About 5 hours ago, an island in Alaska's Fox Archipelago called Shadow Moses Island was occupied by Special Ops soldiers.
What soldiers?
Next Generation Special Forces, led by members of Unit Foxhound. They've presented Washington with a single demand, and they say that if it isn't met, they'll launch a nuclear weapon.
A nuclear weapon?
I'm afraid so. You see, the island is the site of a secret nuclear weapons disposal facility.
Foxhound hijacking a nuclear weapon?
Now you understand how serious the situation is. You have two objectives. First, infiltrate the nuclear weapons disposal facility and rescue the two hostages. They are DARPA Chief Donald Anderson and Kenneth Baker, President of Armstech.
Those are some heavy-duty hostages.
Secondly, you're to investigate whether or not the terrorists have the ability to launch a nuclear strike and stop them if they do. Any questions, Snake?
Questions? I haven't even said whether I'd accept this mission.
Well, you can make up your mind after you hear more about the situation.
They want to see a funny meme. Why are you so low? Hold on, let me turn you up, because you are so low. Now I'm trying to say something. It is so low. Oh, that's because it's on speaker. I mean, that's because it's on loud. Now I can hear you a little bit better. Okay. How much was your mic? Oh, yeah, you told me.
Going through as part of the gameplay, even though you can skip past this. So you found out in that first video that Snake was kidnapped from his home by Colonel.
Uh-huh. Um,
either
Tell
then
me
or
about the
last
nuclear weapon disposal facility.
I
The
can
disposal
barely hear you.
facility includes a hardened underground base. Even with our most advanced intelligence gathering equipment, we can't tell what's happening inside.
So, someone needs to penetrate, gather intelligence, and report back. Sounds like a spy movie. What's the insertion method?
Well, an air insertion is impossible.
Not with this storm going on.
We'll approach the disposal facility by sub.
Approach?
Yes, within a few miles of it. The facility is equipped with sonar detection capabilities. They'd be able to hear our engine or propeller noise.
And then?
We'll launch a one-man SDV.
Launch?
Same as a torpedo. Only this has no propulsion device of its own. After the SDV gets as close as it can, dispose of it. From there on, you'll have to swim.
You want me to swim in sub-zero Alaskan water?
Don't worry. That suit represents the latest advances in polythermal technology. The nuclear weapons disposal facility covers the whole island. I'll instruct you by codec after you reach your target.
Anyone going with me?
As always, this is a one-man sneaking mission.
Weapons and equipment OSP.
Yes. This is a top-secret black op. Don't expect any official support.
What's the time limit?
24 hours. They say they'll launch after 24 hours.
Do they say what the target will be?
So far, they haven't mentioned the target.
When did the countdown start?
5 hours ago.
Colonel, who are you speaking for?
Naturally, I'm representing the U.S. government.
So who's in supervisory control of this operation?
The President of the United States.
So, there's a lot of crap hitting fans in the White House basement.
No. At this point, they're still video conferencing with each other.
If that's a real nuclear warhead, shouldn't they issue a COG?
Not yet. The Secretary of Defense has operational control and is fully aware of the situation. After you infiltrate, if you determine they possess nuclear launch capabilities,
Yellow.
a COG will be issued.
Well, if they haven't relocated to the nuclear shelter under Mount Washington, I suppose there isn't that much reason to worry. Yet. Is the National Security Agency in on this?
Yes, and so is the DIA, the Defense Intelligence Agency.
The DIA? I'm starting to get a bad feeling about this.
They'll be sending us some support.
We don't need desk jockeys. We need a nuclear weapons specialist.
Of course. A nuclear weapons specialist has already been assigned to us.
How are you doing, Chris? Yeah, it's like your time, and it's 9:52 a.m. my time.
We need backup from a
Oh,
specialist.
holy shit.
I'm just an
I was
amateur
up
when it
at
comes
like
to nuclear
4 o'clock
weapons.
my time.
I know. That's why I've requested the assistance of a military analyst named
Not my
Nastasha
girlfriend yet.
Romanenko. She'll be providing you backup by
Is
codec.
like an hour ahead of me. So it's like 5 o'clock.
A female analyst?
She's built up an impressive record as an advisor for the Nuclear Emergency
How are you
Search
doing
Team.
today, Ghost?
Contact her if you have any questions.
Fine.
She's also an expert on high-tech weapons.
Where's she working from?
Her home in Los Angeles.
California? California's a lot different than this place.
Sorry. Need you cuddling me.
Colonel, you're retired. Why are you involved in this?
Because there aren't many people who know Foxhound as well as I do.
Is that the only reason?
I've been soldiering for a long time. I don't know anything else. I guess even though I'm getting a little old, I still love to be in the field.
Colonel, you're a lousy liar. Tell me the real reason.
Okay, Snake. Sorry. I'll be frank. A person very dear to me is being held hostage.
Who is it?
My niece, Meryl.
I had a dream
What
about
was your niece
Roblox
doing
and
there?
Uncharted.
Several soldiers were reported missing the day of the revolt, and my niece was one of those called in as an emergency replacement.
She looks like you.
She's my little brother's girl. He died in the Gulf War, and since then I've been watching after her.
A personal motive, Colonel. That's not very soldierly.
I'm retired. I'm just an old man now. And I'm your friend.
Since when are we friends?
I've thought of us as friends since the fall of Zanzibar land.
Haven't you had enough of a moody bastard like me?
No. That's the part of you I trust. Please, Snake. Save my niece, Meryl.
All right, but I have two conditions.
Name them.
1. No more secrets between us. I want complete disclosure at all times. And 2, I'll only accept orders directly from you, Colonel. No cutoffs involved, okay?
Agreed. That's why I was
No one
called.
wants to dabble
But
in the
one
dark
thing.
arts
What?
anymore. I was just quoting
I'm not
a
a
TikTok
colonel
video.
anymore. Just a retired old warhorse.
Huh?
I understand, Colonel.
I'm bringing all my spiritual books to my grandmother's house, and I'm going to read them. I'm going to finally read all of my spiritual books. And I'm going to be a master spiritualist.
That doctor, is she part of this operation too?
She was in charge of Foxhound's gene therapy. She knows more about those men than anyone else.
So, she's used to seeing men naked.
Make no mistake, I'm not a nurse, I am a scientist.
By the way, what was that injection for?
It's a combination of nanomachines and an anti-freezing peptide so that your blood and other bodily fluids don't freeze, even at subarctic temperatures.
Nanomachines?
Not just one kind either. There are different types which will replenish the supply of adrenaline, nutrition, and sugar in your bloodstream.
Now I don't have to worry about food.
I also put some nootropics in there.
Say what?
Nootropics. A class of drugs which will help improve your mental functioning.
It'll make me smarter, huh? Anything else?
Yes. It's a type of stimulant. It'll keep you alert and responsive for 12 straight hours.
That was quite a cocktail. Anything else in there?
Those nanomachines will also keep your Codex batteries charged up.
I guess I can call you when I'm ready to go on a diet.
You're welcome.
The chief of DARPA and the president of an arms manufacturing company. What business did they have at a nuclear weapons disposal facility?
The truth is that secret exercises were being conducted at the time the terrorist group attacked.
Must be extremely important exercises if those two were directly involved. Were they testing some kind of new advanced weapon?
I'm not privy to that information.
Do we know exactly where they're being held?
The DARPA chief has also been injected with a mini-transmitter. As you get closer, you should be able to pick up his location on your radar.
Do they really have the ability to launch a nuclear missile?
They say they do. They even gave us the serial number of the warhead they plan to use.
Was the number confirmed?
I'm afraid so. At the very least, they've got their hands on a real nuclear warhead.
Isn't there some kind of safety device to prevent this type of terrorism?
Yes. Every missile and warhead in our arsenal is equipped with a PAL, which uses a discrete detonation code.
PAL?
Permissive Action Link. The safety control system built into all nuclear weapon systems. But even so, we can't rest easy.
Why not?
Because the DARPA chief knows the detonation code.
But even if they have a nuclear warhead, it must have been removed from its missile. All the missiles on these disposal sites are supposed to be dismantled. It's not that easy to get your hands on an ICBM.
That used to be true. But since the end of the Cold War, you can get anything if you can pay the money.
How well armed are these terrorists? I know there was an exercise going on at the time they revolted.
They're heavily armed, I'm afraid.
What about their battle experience?
The 6 in charge are plenty tough. After all, they're Foxhound people.
Hey, you're gonna make me blush.
The others are next-generation special forces. They're not your average grunts either.
So what exactly are they demanding?
A person's remains.
Remains?
That's right. To be more accurate, cell specimens which contain the individual's genetic information.
Cell specimens? Why would they want that?
The terrorists need them. You see, these next-generation special forces have been strengthened through gene therapy.
Genes? Strengthened?
You've heard of the Human Genome Project. They've been mapping the human genome and they're nearly finished. Following up on this research, the military has been working towards identifying those genes which are responsible for making effective soldiers.
There are genes that do that?
Yes, and using gene therapy, they're able to transplant those genes into regular soldiers.
Gene therapy?
I'll explain this part. With gene therapy, it becomes easy to remove genes that cause sickness and disease, or, alternatively, to splice in additional genetic material.
In other words, we can overcome all sorts of genetic diseases and at the same time add genetic characteristics as desired.
Okay, and so if you knew what genes were responsible for making the perfect soldier, you could implant them in the same way, right?
Yes, we could.
But it all depends on being able to isolate and identify those soldier genes.
And in order to do that, it's helpful if you can study the genetic information of one of the greatest soldiers ever.
One of the greatest soldiers ever.
The man they called the greatest warrior of the 20th century.
You don't mean Big Boss?
That's right. We've been working feverishly to identify the genes responsible for his incredible combat skill. So far, we've discovered about 60 of the so-called soldier genes.
So his body was recovered after all.
Yes, and his cells have remained frozen in a cryochamber. His genetic information is a priceless treasure to mankind.
Priceless to the military, perhaps.
His body was burned severely, but it was possible to restore his DNA profile from just a single strand of his hair.
Oh, heck, it's like some kind of dinosaur theme park. And you're gonna put these genes into soldiers?
Yes. We'll use a process that I discovered called gene targeting. The strongest soldiers don't become what they are by acquiring their skills through training or experience. We now know that hereditary factors are far more crucial for creating superior soldiers.
Snake, we can't hand over his body. It's more strategically important than any weapon of mass destruction.
I hear the terrorists are calling themselves the Sons of Big Boss.
The Sons of Big Boss. Tell me about these next-generation special forces.
They started out as an anti-terrorist special ops unit, made up of former members of biochem units, technical escort units, and the nuclear emergency search team. Their purpose was to respond to threats involving next-generation weapons of mass destruction, including NBC weapons.
Until they were added, that is.
Who's they?
These guys didn't start out as regular army.
Looks like a pretty international group. Mercenaries?
Yeah, and it gets worse. Most of them were from a merc agency that I think you're familiar with. They were part of Big Boss's private guard. And after Big Boss went down, The military just bought out all their contracts.
Outer heaven.
After that, they were merged with our own VR unit Force 21 and retrained. If you ask me, these so-called next-generation special forces should be called simulated soldiers. They have no real battle experience.
Soldiers of the video game generation, huh?
Don't forget, they've all been strengthened with gene therapy. They carry genes which make them excellent soldiers. Don't get careless just because they don't have much experience.
I thought international law banned the military use of genetic therapy.
Yes, but those are just declarations, not actual treaties.
The interesting thing is that nearly every member of the unit conspired in this attack.
How can an entire unit be subverted to rebellion?
They're calling it a revolution.
Since they all went through the same gene therapy, they probably felt closer than brothers. They see the unit as their only family.
The sons of Big Boss. But if they were regular army, they must have been interviewed periodically by army counselors.
According to their files, they all got straight A's on their psychological tests. They all seemed like fine, upstanding, patriotic soldiers.
But they all took part in the uprising?
No.
Be right back.
Several people didn't show up on the day of the exercise. That's why there was a resupply of troops.
Was there any sign recently that something might be wrong?
There was a report a month ago that they were acting strangely.
Apparently, they consulted classified information about the soldier genes and performed their own gene therapy experiments.
They can do that, even without you?
Well, our gene therapy process is almost completely automated. And besides that, they're all geniuses with IQs over 180.
Even the existence of this genome army is a national secret of the highest order. We had been hoping to investigate this thing quietly and deal with it behind closed doors. High-Tech Special Forces Unit Foxhound, your former unit, and one that I was the commander of. An elite group combining firepower and expertise. They're every bit as good as when I was commanding them.
So they're still around.
There are 6 members of Foxhound involved in this terrorist activity. Psycho Mantis, with his powerful psychic abilities. Sniper Wolf, the beautiful and deadly sharpshooter. Decoy Octopus, master of disguise. Vulcan Raven, giant and shaman. And Revolver Ocelot, specialist in interrogation and a formidable gunfighter.
Sounds like a bunch of cartoon characters.
And finally, in charge of them, Foxhound Squad Leader, Liquid Snake.
Liquid Snake?
Yes, and you're the only person who can stand against him.
Liquid Snake?
Liquid Snake, the man who shares your code name. The solid versus the liquid.
Tell me what you know.
He fought in the Gulf War as a teenager, the youngest person in the SAS. His job, was to track down and destroy mobile Scud missile launching platforms. You were there too, I believe.
Okay.
Didn't you infiltrate Western Iraq with a platoon of Green Berets?
I was just a kid myself.
You know, I'm a super early part of my day, so just trying to figure out, like,
he penetrated the Middle East as a
I
sleeper
should
for
wait
the
for the next bus so I don't get there too early.
He was a spy for the British Secret Intelligence Service?
But he never once showed his face in Century House. He was taken prisoner
What?
in Iraq, and after that there was no trace of him for several years.
Nice.
After you retired, he was rescued and became a member of Foxhound.
I thought that by the time I left, they were no longer using code names.
I don't know his real name. That information is so highly classified that even I can't look at it. Here's a photo of him.
So, I need a boiled egg. And then I'll take the next bus that comes, and then I'm going to hit 7-Eleven. So I got my container, get some coffee. Then I'll walk to the place, and I sit out front and eat another egg with some coffee. And maybe I might get myself a pastry.
You're the only one who can beat him.
Living on the edge,
Now
man.
that I've met you, I know. You've got something that he doesn't.
Why don't I find
So do you do apple cider vinegar or what? So how do you once go ahead? Okay. A few drops? It'll be what? Oh, it's super concentrated. Well, Bill Gates bought. Go ahead, finish what you're saying. Yeah. So apple cider vinegar is very healthy for you. Bill Gates bought Bragg's. He's using his GMO apples that are jacked. So I've been trying to research some alternative, you know, and I found one on it. What? I found one via Amazon. So it's like a mom and pop orchard or something like that. They make it there, but it's like fully organic. All this stuff, you know, it's non-GMO. And I've been taking like, you know, sips of it. It's in. I have two. I bought two bottles. So one's in the fridge, one's in the cupboard. What? Yeah, I'll show the link. Yeah, and so I've been taking like swigs of it. You know what I mean? Without even putting in a water, and I don't think that's very good. But usually I eat after I eat or before I eat. But now, you know, I also, you know, put it in my water. But it's like not good for your enamel to have it too dense, too concentrated, you know, or without cutting it.
Don't worry.
In theory.
I'm just gonna clean myself up a little.
So.
Huh?
I don't want to be mistaken for the leader of the terrorists.
Well, my body loves it. You know, when I even sip it, my body loves it. I can feel it. Yeah, it's like it just feels so natural. Like I'm a lover of pickles and pickle juice, but this stuff is a whole other level. Like it's good. But I don't want to mess up my teeth and enamel, you know. So I put like 3 millimeters of the volume of the bottle that I added it to. I don't know. It was probably like 3 tablespoons. But it's such a small bottle. I really shouldn't even have put that much, but it's all good. Because really, you're only supposed to put enough that you can't even taste.
Ooh, what game is this?
You know what I mean?
Hello to you too.
I woke up so early. I woke up at like 4. Then I went back to sleep till like 5. I took a shower, washed my hair, the coconut oil. I've been up for so long already. Crazy. It's good though, because I've got a crazy next 4 days. Be like bam, 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 bam. It's all good.
The fuck? Why are you monitoring your in-game FPS? What is the point of that? Light? Hello?
Hello?
Can you guys even hear me? What the fuck?
Yeah. Hello?
Yes, I can hear you. I was asking you, like, why are you monitoring your game FPS? Oh, you BeetleBird, you're the one playing. My bad.
Like you said it like.
Cause I can.
Why not?
I mean, if it's consistently going at 30 FPS, why just have that on? Oh no! You're right, you're right. When you reach a lag spike, yeah.
This is Snake. Colonel.
I do that shit too.
Loud and clear. What's the situation, Snake?
Looks like the elevator in the back is the only way up.
Just as I expected. You'll have to
So you
take
guys
the
are
elevator to the
gaming?
surface, but make sure nobody sees you.
He
If
is.
you need to,
I'm
contact
What
sitting
about you?
outside
the
on my
frequency
way
is
to take care of business.
140.85.
What are you doing?
When you want to use the codec,
I'm
push the
chilling.
pause button and then
Nice.
the A button. When we need
Indeed.
to contact you, the codec will beep. When you hear that
I
noise,
swear to God,
press the
I
pause
dreamed
button
about this
and then
moment.
the A button to
What the
receive
hell?
Did
the
you
call.
really? You're having deja vu or
Codec's
like
receiver
from a dream,
directly
clairvoyance?
stimulates the
From a
small
dream,
lobes of
from
your
a
ear.
dream.
Oh,
I've been
Nobody
that's
having
else
the
those a
will
best.
be
lot.
able to hear it.
That's great. That I
Okay,
think that's a very good,
go.
in my humble opinion,
I'll be
to have that.
honest.
Yeah,
I think
always.
I dreamed about this like a few months ago from last year. I believe
Nice.
before I even fucking met you. I
I've
swear.
experienced that. I believe you. I've experienced it when I was in elementary school, dude. I dreamt about something so vividly that happened 3 years later.
Yeah,
And the reason I remember it to a T because I told the story. I was like, oh my God, I had this dream. I was in front of the class. There was this guy named Alex. They were all saying their names. Cedric. I had never even heard the name Cedric, you know?
Cedric.
I rattled names. Yeah. And it's like, boom. All of a sudden, it hits me because I'm standing in front of this new school, in front of the class. Alex, Velez, Cedric, Southern. I was like, oh my God, this was that dream. And then I started, like, my eyes got big and I started standing, but like, I couldn't say anything then, you know? Like, what am I going to say? Oh my God, I dreamt this thing for them. So I had to keep my composure.
I do that.
I mean, it just, but this was not conducive. Like, it's already, I already stand out as it is. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
I was always going to a new school, like every year until I was 13. So my father, I traveled a lot over the world.
Right.
Growing up. So it was more of like, because it was like, you know, another crazy ass experience that defies any explanation that I had already experienced so many of them, not specific to that. However, other, you know, abilities. And it was just like, what the, you know, because no one taught me about it. So it was coming from within me.
Yeah.
And it's just processing it and like, okay, that happened.
I mean, when I
I've
was
said something to the kids later, like not when I'm standing in front of them. I might have lightly mentioned it, but there was no like reciprocal, oh, I know what you're talking about. It was just kind of like talking to a wall. Go ahead.
So when I was like when I wasn't even into spirituality, I had so many fucking like those same future dreams. But like the thing is, I had choices in them. And so the funny thing is, like, the more I had them, the more I made more theories. And the thing is about those dreams is that you're not in a first-person view. You're in a third-person view. No, you're a fourth-person, like, fourth POV. Which is fucking crazy to believe. It's like watching yourself from like a whole nother angle. Like feeling the thoughts you're gonna think at that time in the dream, which is really fucking crazy. I mean, how spirituality goes fucking hard.
Yeah,
even if
I agree.
Like everything is like, I don't know how people don't like it. You know what I mean? Because it's like,
because it's not definable.
Because it's taboo.
Yeah.
Some fuckers, some old ass books say, don't do this, don't do that. But like, hey man, I know my pre-existence memories pretty damn well. I know what I signed my soul to. I know what I can do and what I cannot. And these fuckers are like, don't do this, don't do that. Spirituality's bad for you. And I'm like, okay.
You headed towards like La Brea? Cool.
Oh, what?
No, I wasn't talking. I was talking to the driver. Thank you.
LeBron. Now it's just developing intuition.
Yeah.
And it's going pretty solid, I guess.
I'm in no rush.
Shit.
So,
I would say this lifetime is pretty successful.
I'm excited. This is a really exciting time to be alive. As painful as it has been, this journey, it's all, I wouldn't change anything, honestly. And it's crazy to even hear myself say that because of, you know, But it all led to where I am right now, and my wisdom and my hope and faith and things like that. But the thing is, like, it's not blind. It's an awareness.
I would say the same damn thing.
Yeah. Some people scoff at that, like, oh, okay, you just believe in it. And it's like, no, actually, it's a knowingness. It's very rooted. It's not aloof, you know, or ethereal or conjecture.
Yeah. Some fuckers are like, oh man, if I had the choice to be this, dude. I'm like, bro, you wouldn't even be yourself. I swear, I dreamed of this, bro, 2 times. 2 times? What the fuck? 2 times? 2 times?
Yep, that's confirmation.
2 times? 2 times? What the fuck? This is important.
That's awesome.
It's either a bad sign or it's important.
I feel it's very important, it's a positive. It's a confirmation.
It's like people say it like, oh, if I chose to be like this, I would just be so successful. I would have so much money, and I'm like thinking inside myself, you wouldn't even be the same.
Exactly. Like, I can relate 100%.
Honestly, if I keep telling myself like, not me, there's some part of ego inside of me that's telling me like, oh, if you did this, you would be so much better than you are now. And I'm like, bro, if I did that, I wouldn't be as spiritually goated as I am now.
Yeah, your heart would not be activated. It would be superfluous, you know, superficial. Yep, I feel that 110%.
It's like, and the funny thing is, it's like, I kind of fucking hate myself for not fully focusing on spirituality. Like, I kind of like did a like a long ass pause, like a 5-year pause on that, and I kind of hate myself because
why? It's all part of it. It's part of the journey, though. That pause. I know. Part of it.
But it would be so much better. It would have been so much better though. Like I know I wouldn't be myself. I would be wiser, but like.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty damn sure.
Well, that pause might mean more to you later on.
It might be right.
Because you might be more dedicated because of having had that pause.
Possibly.
And it's something to reflect back on. It's a reference point.
Spawn point.
Hmm?
It's a spawn point.
Yeah.
It's Snake. I'm in front of the disposal.
Hello.
Hello.
You met Sheba. Yes, me. Hey, Chris.
So you have a tag now?
It's designed to prevent hypothermia. This is
I'm
Alaska,
doing
you know.
okay.
Take it easy.
I'm
grateful.
Oh my god, that was such a
a
bad flu. Like,
I would have turned into a popsicle.
it took me I'm still kind of in recovery from that,
All of the genome
but I'm
soldiers in
much
this
better
exercise are
than
using
before.
it.
Yeah.
I see. I'm relieved to hear that.
Thanks.
Already tested, huh?
You've got
How
those
are you
antibodies.
By the way, how's
I'm
the
feeling
diversionary
good. You know, I
operation
didn't
going?
sleep very much, but I had a relaxing day yesterday. I pampered myself.
The terrorist
Did some self-care. You know, journeying to work, if you will.
Journeying towards work.
What's a Russian gunship doing here?
And so then I'm gonna stop by 7, get some coffee.
I have no idea.
I've got my little container. I've got all the food. I pre-packed food. So my bag is so heavy, it's ridiculous. Yeah. Because I use glass containers, you know? I don't put them
Oh.
Yeah.
She doesn't like microplastics in her drink.
Well, the glass containers are actually for the food. So I have a Team Xbox container for my drink. I don't. It's not meshing inside of it. It was a gift. I don't know. But it's still not plastic. I'm not a fan of plastic.
There are only 18
The plastic
hours left
age.
until their deadline. You've got to hurry.
I mean, I can't believe we still use
He must be
freaking
crazy
plastic.
to fly high in this kind of weather.
Who's that?
Oh, sorry.
I mean, plastic is all around everywhere.
This is
You can't
Mei
really.
Ling. She was
avoid
assigned
it.
to us as our visual and
Like
data processing
single
specialist.
use
She designed
things
your
of
codec,
plastic. Like
as well as your
it's so
Soliton radar
integrated
system.
and
Contact her if you have any questions
it just
about
makes a
either
mess
of
of
them.
everything.
Nice to meet you, Snake.
I mean,
It's an honor to speak
it's
to a living legend like
inconvenient,
yourself.
honestly.
Yeah, but everything that's
What's
convenient
wrong?
doesn't necessarily mean that it's the
I
best
just didn't
for the
expect a
planet
world-class designer of military
or each
technology
other
to be
or our
so
health.
cute.
True.
Convenience is actually
Just flattering
what
me.
gets
No, I'm
it's the
serious.
shortcuts. It's like the
Well, I know
opposite
I
of
won't be bored for the next 18 hours.
What's this? I'm being hit on by
convenience
the
has
famous
been
Solid Snake?
a cloak
But
over our
I'm surprised.
sight
I
of
didn't
being
think you'd be so frank.
Looks like we both have a lot to learn about each
convenient.
other.
It does, doesn't it?
They should
Well,
make
let's get to know each other better.
like plastic,
first,
like a type
Let
of
me explain about your
circle
Soliton
plastic
radar
out
system.
of like plant material,
The bright
100%.
line in the
like
middle is
cellulose or
The
something.
red dots are
Yeah,
your
or like
enemies,
hemp,
and the
like
blue
all
cone
this
shape
marijuana they're
represents
doing. Like why
Yeah.
can't
innovation.
there has to be waste
The genome
from the
soldiers have
you know,
highly
like
developed senses of
that they
hearing
take
and vision due to their gene
leftover the
Make
plants,
sure
you know?
don't let them see you.
Hemp.
First, I want you to
I've been
infiltrate the
thinking a lot
disposal site
about
and look for the DARPA chief.
The DARPA chief is
using,
injected with the same
you know, like
GPS
the
transmitting
avocado
nanomachines as you.
seeds and even the
Yes.
Appear on
skin.
your radar as a green
Yes,
dot.
skin.
Get whatever
Even
It's like
banana
information
peels.
it's so
you can from
leathery.
him
Yeah.
about the
And, like,
terrorist.
It's true.
If he's
Yeah.
alive,
You're right.
that is.
Yep.
I think there's a big gap in the
Snake, your
market
radar
for
isn't
something like
affected
that.
by the weather,
What?
but if you're discovered by an enemy,
And it will
you
cost a
won't be
lot
able
to get
use it.
started because
Yes,
you need
it gets jammed easily, I'm afraid.
Yes.
you need to
It's really special.
build it.
From currently existing
Yeah, you have to
technology.
custom
You won't
the
be able to use it
manufacturing
in
and
an
all that
area
stuff. But
with
once you
strong
get
harmonic
going
resonance, so be careful.
and
We'll be monitoring
you
your movements by
manufacture it with
radar,
volume,
So contact
yeah,
us by codec
it
anytime
can
you
then be
want.
affordable
Got it.
to
I'll call if I'm feeling lonely.
Seriously,
whomever.
Snake. We're here to back you up, so call if you need some
We just
information or
we need a
advice.
whole
I'm
overhaul.
also in charge of
It's
your
all
mission
these
data.
conglomerates that
Contact me
own
if you want me to
everything
save
and
the
mass
current status.
manufacture.
My frequency is
I've been getting angel numbers
140.96.
recently.
It's a dedicated frequency for saving data. Don't forget it.
555-333-222.
You need to arm yourself with whatever weapons you can find.
Yeah, those are all.
I remember.
I got
First, I'm strip
444
searched by
yesterday.
Dr. Naomi here.
Oh,
Then all my
I
weapons
got
are taken
333
away.
today.
Imagine yourself put in that position.
Well, if you make it back in one piece, maybe I'll let you do
I've been
a strip
getting
search
angel
on
numbers
me.
for some fucking
I'll
reason.
hold you to that,
Additionally onto
Doctor.
that, I've been
By
getting
the
some
way, sorry to disappoint
fucking
you, but I did manage
mental
to smuggle out
images
my
of tarot
smokes.
cards.
How did you do that?
In my
I think my
stomach.
subconscious is
Thanks to
telling me
shot you
the
gave me that
future.
suppressed my stomach acids.
'Cause Siri, you know,
Cigarettes? How are
like,
those going to help you?
I
You
told
never
you, like, I was
know.
like telling you, I see like the tower upright. I don't know what this means. I feel like a sudden crash is going down.
If you
And
want
now
to get
that the
in,
crash has
there's the front
passed,
door.
I
It's the
see
fastest way, but there's
the
too much
star
risk of being
upright.
spotted by the enemy.
Yeah, I can't just
The
knock on
star.
the door and ask them to let me in.
And I honestly feel
What about
hopeful.
You made
the
it through the
air duct near
worst.
the door?
I feel
One sentry on
hopeful.
the
You made
left
it through the
and one on
worst.
the right. They're armed with
But
5.56ers
when I
and
was at my
pineapples.
job,
There should also be
I
a
was
duct
like
on the second
thinking,
floor.
should I work
I
on,
can't
should I
see it
apply
from
to work
here.
on Saturday?
I'll let you decide the
And
best COA. I'm counting
yeah, I
on you,
got the
Snake.
devil. Not a good sign. Not a good
Yeah.
sign. So I was like, nah, actually, let's not do that. Let's chill at home.
Did you work today? Are you off today?
Of course. What do you think?
Are you off today?
No. I keep using the same word. What do you think? I'm like, I just, it's a common phrase now. It's like people ask me like a question that already has an answer, and I'm
Wait,
like,
I
what
said
do you
that to
think?
you. Didn't I say that to you the other day? You sent me a message.
No.
I was like, what do you think?
I've been using that for like a month now. I think 2 months. Maybe more. I forgot actually.
Dude, what is up with that guy, Papi Gringo? Papi Gringo. Like...
Gringo...
In the apocalypse.
I have no fucking idea. Don't ask me.
Dude, he's like...
Skippy Cloud is sending me DMs. I think he wants to be with me. Skippy Cloud. The one I said that your bros from 2005. Exactly.
Why did you say that?
Because he is from 2005.
Like just the whole vibe, right? Like his whole vibe is like he's out of time. He's an anomaly.
No, because he's like turning 20 soon, and that's like 2005, maybe even 2006. He texts like a fucking geezer though. It's like I don't know how to explain.
Okay.
Name Gringo. Age old enough to party. Location where's food. Occupation professional in a thing. I think. Interests. This subject is boring. Looking for beer. Gender? Sure, why not? Turn on? Yep. Turn off? Nope. I don't like that. Misk. I hate long walks on the beach. Just go swimming. Art and music, nerd stuff. Why are 5-foot-longs from Subway now $18? I blink Jared and Harambe and Obama.
What?
Write me a poem.
Oh boy.
I'm just gonna tell him, you're... What should I tell him, Syria? Like, should I offend him? I feel like I should.
No, I'm just gonna say wrong app.
You're so... I'm gonna just use sarcasm. You're so original.
Something over there.
Chat, fucking AI told me I have central hemochromia? Henochromia? What the fuck? I don't know. Essentially the inner iris has a different color from the outer on both eyes.
Heterochromia.
Heterochromia. It's pretty cool. I think I showed you pictures.
I can't remember the pictures now. Wait, so what is it? What do you have in the
It's
middle
HD.
that is different? Like green and blue?
It's like my eyes are gray, but the inside is like kind of brownish.
Okay.
And so it creates this like black hole type of vibe. Makes my eyes
yellow.
black in low lighting.
Yellow.
And so I can... What? Sorry for interruption.
Go ahead.
Wait, you got yellow?
Yeah, it's like got like green eyes. They change actually, but in the center
Look.
it's like yellow with like stuff.
That's like hazel.
Yeah, but they change.
I mean, that is possible.
I have a
Due to
friend
light.
who literally has orange eyes. Like her eyes are literally
Wow.
like it's like this orangey gold. It's so beautiful. She looks like a
God.
fox or something. But I know her mom has like these really like bluish eyes. Her father probably has brown eyes, and she came out with this like.
It's probably a genetic defect that causes no problems to health whatsoever. I mean,
I
except
mean, it's a
genetics.
mutation like most of the
Yes.
color.
Yes. Yes.
Biologically mutated. What is my skin?
Genetically modified. If genetic modification was implemented into human beings, what would be the difference? Would we be the same species?
What was the
What?
question?
About genetics?
If humans implemented like genetic modification, would we be the same species? It's like essentially it's like a deeper question. Like if we change like our eyes and other things like hearing to a higher capacity.
Is there somebody there?
In a way.
Who is that?
Depends on the extent, I guess it depends on what constitutes a change in
Heisenberg.
No, I think like, you know, for example, like Homo erectus, like people that are like, okay, well, wait, what's up, right? There was sort of I guess we would, I guess modern humans. There's Homo sapiens and there's Homo sapiens sapiens. I think there would probably be another name like that in the future.
Homosexuals.
As we continue to like as we continue to evolve. Not that I believe in that whole like evolution thing, but just adaptation.
I mean, it kind of makes sense.
I don't believe in Darwinism.
I mean, if you believe in adaptability, you could kind of believe in evolution, because adaptability is just short term.
I mean, I believe in adaptations. Yeah, it's like normal. That's like species.
Oh, it's long-term adaptation.
Yeah, but the like
kind of
the theory of it's different to the theory of evolution. Like,
I mean, you're right, because it's like they're saying we came from a fucking bacteria that multiplied.
Yeah, all that shit. No, it's not true. It's fake news.
You could say we're fucking aliens. From that point, you could say that we're aliens and that there's life outside beyond the Earth, which kind of ties with kind of spirituality. Fuck. I don't know. I'm not gonna point the finger at anything. It is the way it is.
Define alien.
Alien?
Yeah.
I mean, from human definition, it's like species outside Earth. Like living organisms.
Oh, it's Simply Wholesome? Oh, it's great.
I mean, they got fossils too.
I highly recommend it. They have great
Wouldn't that also make sense, kind of?
And food, yeah. They got all that great vegan stuff.
Like, I think, I mean, the fucking theory of evolution kind of has story behind it, like, kind of proof. But it's not really, it's a theory still. Maybe dinosaurs came out of from fucking space, from Alpha Centauri.
Bro.
And just evolved into humans.
Thank you.
What if ancient Egyptians are actually the humans?
Check your DMs.
Okie dokie. Okay, I see fucking.
What?
Okay.
Anywho, what did you eat today? Barry, have you been eating?
Me? Kinda, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I gotta smell. Somebody's making barbecue.
Ooh.
Like legit. I can smell the depth of flavor. Probably a restaurant.
Smoky flavor.
Yes. But it gets old quick though. You know what I mean? Like,
I hate smelling like it.
yes. It's like it hits so hard, it's so good, and then it's like I'm over it. I remember for
Yeah,
Thanksgiving,
that's like.
sometimes like I got smoked turkey. I cooked the smoked turkey, and then everything smelled like fucking smoked everything. It's like the fridge smelled like it, and I couldn't get rid of this turkey. It's just so much, but it was good at the time. And it's like I don't think it's good for your body, you know. High sodium. Who knows what else? Carcinogenic maybe. But it's good in moderation. It hits when you eat it, and then it's like
Run rising.
Who joined? Oh, hey Anna.
Is there any good food to eat? I kind of.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Cucumbers.
No.
Yes.
No.
Cucumbers are life, bro. You're more hydrated from eating one cucumber than drinking like fucking gallon of water. Because it's alive.
Watermelon.
Well, watermelon is another one. Yeah, for sure. It's another great hydration.
Watermelon.
That's how you really hydrate, is through those things, because it's living, it's alive. All this mass processed manufactured water that goes through machines and fits in plastic and goes through the pipes in our freaking plumbing 90 degrees angles and shit. It's dead water. Oh yeah. This backpack is like so.
Yeah, I love spring water. Spring water.
Oh yeah, like from the dude, when we go to Joshua Tree for like the festival, holy shit. There's this pump that you pump from the freaking spring. So that water is like so alive. It's so good. Someone is really on one over here. It's really early in the morning to be on one like that.
Wait, what are they doing?
I don't know. They're just arguing with themselves on the corner of the street. Ooh. You don't have people like that in South Africa that they just talk to themselves, like have like a very like maybe emotional.
Like a homeless person.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if he's homeless, but he's definitely on something. He's on one. Maybe he's on two. I'm not so trying to laugh at him. I'm just saying, like, yeah.
I usually see like drunk homeless people do that, but that's
yeah.
Like, not
Thank you so much. Morning.
Guten Morgen. Oh, like the other night, I don't know, the vibe was so weird in here. Like, I should have been asleep, to be honest. I was actually up like way past my bedtime.
What night was that?
The artsy fartsy night.
Oh.
I know
yeah, what was
Yoko
going
was
on?
definitely on one.
Oh yeah, Hayoka's been on one.
No, just the vibe in the VC, it was just like, ugh. It was making it.
Yesterday? Oh, yeah.
No, artsy fartsy was Monday. Monday. The day before yesterday.
I wasn't present.
No, you were not.
That's Hope was the theme. The event was great. I don't know, you know, the energy afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah, Hayoka was like, he was even interrupting the freaking meditation.
No.
Yeah. That was interesting. Oh yeah, but you know, he gets like that sometimes. Yeah, I let him know. I ended up server muting him.
Good. I would.
Yeah, it had to. Yeah, because you know it just became. You know. Anyway.
Wait, what is Dark Feminine Awakening?
I was guiding the meditation.
Like,
go ahead. What happened?
No, continue. That's fine.
Talking about Dusty?
Ardent is going crazy.
Bro, Dusty, Ardent, like...
Something's in the air. They're going at each other?
No, no,
No,
no.
not each other.
Ardent is going crazy in Third Eye. For the other guy, I have no idea.
Dusty created this server where basically people, like, where people can like fight, or like the way that he put it is like all these like people
Blood
who are like
yeah, a blood sport server.
Yeah.
People who are what?
Like in the beginning, it was like, yeah, people who are like, you know, occultists and like they know how to do magic and all this stuff. Like they can.
Everyone knows that.
Basically, like how to, like, I don't know. He's just.
He made a server to do what? In addition to his other server?
To roast, right? To like
Okay.
roast people, basically.
That's interesting because I created a similar thing like 2 years ago called, it was a secret thing called Dunjo. But go ahead.
Ooh. Okay.
Oh yeah.
A secret what?
So now it basically like it backfired on him.
Okay.
Because yeah, people actually like
they're coming at him.
And stuff.
Yeah, good. But that's what it's
can't,
for.
Like, take the heat. Yeah, he can't take the heat, so like he actually kicked some people. Like.
Well, that defeats the purpose of the space.
Right.
If you play stupid games, you win super prizes.
Exactly.
Whoa.
Preach, queen, preach.
You guys, I'm so ahead of it all today.
Dusty, I forgot who it was. Dusty. I recognized the nickname.
Yeah, Berserk, Dusty.
That's him?
Yeah, Dusty's Berserk. I keep on telling
you. Damn, he changed.
Yeah, I think he was.
Wait, did you meet him before?
I literally had a chat with him. I didn't meet him before though. I just met him.
He also has his strengths, you know what I mean?
I think right now he's off rocker. But like on normal basis, he's a lot more pleasant.
He's a gamer. Such a gamer.
Yeah, hope he gets help.
Yeah. Hope his heart finds peace in his heart.
Himself.
100%.
Because he's using spirituality now. He's like using like occultism, spirituality to basically like he doesn't want to do the inner work, and he's using these things to basically boost his ego, and he's like telling people that he taught them stuff. Like he's telling people that have been on the path for years and years. Oh, I taught you this, I taught you that. Like, bro, shut up. Like you literally just started this 2 days ago. Like
The universe will show him himself in many ways.
The universe will humble you in many ways.
Yes.
I noticed that especially with Aries, because he's very much Aries vibes. Like they're so stubborn, and then like the universe like humbles them in a very big way because they just refuse to.
Isn't that for Scorpio?
They refuse to surrender.
Yeah, that's for Scorpio.
Maybe also it's ruled by Mars. I'm just saying the people that I know in my life have witnessed that with.
I swear I've read that for Scorpio one.
Well, Scorpio is ruled by Mars as well, so could be a thing.
I'm a Mars Pisces. Let's go.
It's Strong Bear.
Are you waiting for me?
Hello.
Hello. Nice to meet you, Vera.
Nice to meet you too.
Okay.
How are you doing?
The simulation.
Good, just tired. Woke up too damn early. I've been waking up at 4 my time, but my friend I have the hots for weeks. It's like an hour ahead.
Oh.
So it's like when I wake up at 4, it's like 5 a.m. there. So it's like 12:57 a.m. there right now, or 11:50. It's about to be 12 there, and it's about to be 11 here. Canada's weird. It's like an hour ahead where she lives in Canada, so
Canada is
fun.
peak.
Mercy.
Wait, were you just in a U server?
Yeah, I was in his server. I was going through a document. A guy called Dreams posted. I'm like, that has a bunch of pistol magic because I understand the word echo, and I'm like, shit.
Morning.
I see Dusty join the VC there. Is he like? Is he acting out again, or is he like calmed down?
I have no idea. I was busy tuning it out, but I also had to do something earlier.
I can't believe that they cancelled the Wheel of Time.
Really?
Like
How was
Amazon.
the next?
Yeah.
I haven't watched.
The
I haven't
season
watched
3 was really great. It got like really good reviews, and yeah, as people were saying, it was the best season so far. And
maybe it's a
apparently
talent
they
issue.
canceled it because of the budget.
Thank you. The budget?
Yeah. And apparently they sold the rights to Rings of Power as well. But they will be having a new season of that. I haven't seen that. I'm not really interested, but I wonder if another like HBO, maybe Netflix would pick up Wheel of Time. Let's see. Hey, Ang.
Yo.
Thank you. Good. How are you doing, Tally?
I'm good. I'm just writing. Wait. I'm just writing something. I'll be back.
Yes, backpack is sorry. Have a good one.
I did not expect you to be on this early late at all.
I was up like 5 a.m. before 5 a.m. I'm just, traversing across the city.
Oh, yeah, I forgot you guys are 2 hours behind.
3 or 2 because you're in the center, yeah. You're central, yeah?
Yeah, central. I totally forgot.
Yeah. So I'm here. I'm helping those older people again. A couple, so I have an hour actually. So I'll probably be here till like 55 minutes. It's been really rewarding. Like her legs are getting so strong. She's doing the pedaling. And she stood up so strong. Like I fight back tears sometimes, I convinced the guy. I was like, because I'm not getting paid very much, you know what I'm saying? This is not, this pales in comparison to what I'm used to, you know what I'm saying? But this is like it's so powerful, like, and authentic to my heart. Like, I'm so natural at it, it's crazy. Wow. And I care so much, and she's like, I convinced the guy, right, her husband, 87, sharp as a tack, to take her swimming. I said, look, I'll take her swimming because I swim like a fish, and whether or not she can swim, it doesn't matter. I can help her because this will allow her to calibrate her brain to walk on her own
because I could have her in the shallow end, so she can walk easily.
Hey.
And he was like, wow, that's a great idea, and I was so happy he was open to it. So I was like, bet. So today I'm going to research that. I'm going to find some time during the day to research that. Yeah, so starting next week.
It's weird. I like this woman stuff, but I hate taking showers. I have no idea.
God, I love it all. I love it all. I love everything that's wet and water. Let's go. Rain. Everything, yes. Have you ever made out in the rain? That shit is the team. Have you ever made out in the rain?
No.
That's some hot. That's hot. That's hot. Let me just tell you, okay? Anyway.
Now I'm up.
What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. Damn.
Metal Gear Solid.
Tally ho, tally ho.
So, where did we leave off to?
Whether or not food.
Oh, wait, Sheep, I was gonna ask.
This is
Are
Snake.
you like basically
Colonel,
taking a break
can you
from
hear me?
the industry
Loud
right
and
now?
Entertainment? Oh yeah.
What's the situation,
Oh yeah.
Snake?
Totally taking a break. I've been through hell and back,
Just
like
as I
the
expected.
whole. I've been
You'll have
rebuilding
to
my
take
life,
the elevator to the surface, but
and
make
it's
sure
just
nobody
I'm not
sees
feeling
you.
it right now.
If you need to,
I'm not. It's just
contact me by codec.
yeah.
The frequency
It's
is
just not. That's not where the universe is guiding me right
140.85. When you want to use the codec, push the pause
Yeah,
button
so it's
and
very
then the
interesting.
A button.
Sometimes I think
When we
about
need
it.
to contact
You know, some
the
people
codec
have been
will
in my
beep.
dreams. Some of my,
When you hear
people
that
in my
noise,
network,
press
professional
the pause
network, or
button
whatever.
and then the A
I've been
button
really
to
radio
receive
silent.
the call. The codec's
But,
receiver directly stimulates the small bones of your
Yeah, I
ear.
just feel like it's a
No
time
one
for
but
me
you will be
to
able to hear it.
really strengthen
Okay, I'm ready to go.
and feed my authenticity, and that wasn't happening in entertainment. Like it was like more and more. This isn't me. This like these situations I'm not vibing with, and
This
just
is
the
me in
content
another
too.
timeline.
As like the content, I've just been like, this is pretty whack. You
It
know,
becomes
so
soul
where's the heart?
destroying after a while.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why it's like, so this whole thing with the fires and everything have been very prolific because it's not just what's happening on the outside, it's happening on the inside. Right. And so I completely pivoted and I just, have been open to different things. Like, and somehow I've found my way to doing this. And it's been, I can't even begin. I don't know what to say. It's like, there's something very profound when you look in another human being's eyes, right? And they know that there's a knowingness that you're there to help them, and that you care, even though they've resisted and they've been through the mill. Like, I can feel like, this whole industry of healthcare is jacked. And it's all these quote unquote professionals in healthcare, they're so beaten down, like it's become so robotic. Like her physical therapist or something will show up and they don't even care, like come at the time they're supposed to. So she's not going to be primed. And then they take the vitals and the machine doesn't work and all this stuff. So she barely gets any actual physical. When they do the physical therapy, they're just like, okay, right. And then it's right down. They don't like show her or engage with her. And like, I'm like, dude, this is whack. Like, we're so much more effective, when it's just her and I. So I've been helping them now. When I'm around, when they come, like this one guy was there like 2 weeks ago, this one physiotherapist came. His name, big dude, big Armenian dude. I mean, really big dude. And he comes, and George told me, I want you to work. I want you to be there with him, help him. I was like, okay, because, you know, I have a very strong personality, so I try to respect what they're doing and take a step back, you know, and let them do their thing. So I think George has been noticing that. So this time he told me, he's like, I want you to help me. I was like, okay. So I went, and he's trying to get Monica to pedal. And apparently she hadn't been very successful at it in the past. So I told her, I was like, Monica, you're going to be doing these circles with your feet. Okay, you're on the bike. You're in Venice. You know, I was just, you know, and I was walking back and forth, and she started going. I was like, go, Monica, go. Like, it was some crazy thing. It was like a scene out of Rocky or something. And the physiotherapist couldn't believe it. He was like, oh my gosh, she keeps pedaling. And I was like, go, Monica, go. Crazy. I was like, had tears in my eyes because her legs were just going, because strengthening her legs. We're working with her on her legs, you know? And to see her just go like that, and her brain kick in, like, oh my God, this is so good for her, you know? Yeah, and he was like, I can't believe she's going this long. What? Yeah. So George got one for home. It's a very simple thing, like ordered off Amazon or whatever. So last week I helped her. She was pedaling for over 20 minutes outside, because I take her outside a lot so she can get vitamin D and just be outside and activated, you know? Yeah, so anyway, it's been cool. He wants me to be there a lot though. So I'm gonna be there till Saturday actually, so that's gonna be interesting.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know about that though.
What, can you stay over there?
Well, that's what he's asking me to do, and that's what I'm gonna do. That's why my backpack is so heavy too, you know? Okay. I got all my stuff. But so this is gonna be an interesting next 4 days for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is Zahir still? How is he doing?
Zaire is still with a loved one. He had a health scare not too long ago, but it was all, you know, I ended up going to the ER in the middle of the night. But we think it was just his legs fell asleep or something. We thought it was neurological, and had all the blood work and everything, you know. And that's another thing. The freaking doctors in the ER and the vets, they suck, man. You know, no offense to, you know, the craft. I'm just saying, like, they were like, oh. They just were very off on the whole thing, the prognosis. And anyway, we got second and third opinions. He's fine. I miss him though. I'm still getting back on my feet. I need to figure out where I'm gonna, you know, settle down again. Right now I'm renting a room in the valley. That's different. My roommate, I have a roommate.
Snake Valley.
Yeah. It's more inland, you know. I'm used to being on the west side, right, coastal, you know.
Right.
But it's cool. I'm growing stronger. I'm learning so much about myself, or allowing so much of myself, I should say. I'm not around all these pretentious, freaking egotistical, like demon people. Just over-exaggerating, but I'm saying, like, yeah,
egocentric.
Yeah, I can be myself and like beam the light, you know what I mean, and not feel like I'm offending people or making people uncomfortable or challenging people. People are so threatened by me.
I could
so
be
over it.
myself, but people shall judge.
Yeah, I mean, so en que sera, like.
If I was threatened by you, Light, I would have never been friends with you. Ever,
Okay.
or even talked.
Okay. I mean, I don't know why anybody would feel threatened by me unless there's something within them. Like, I'm a very loving person. I'm very strong. And my energy is strong, and I think it just takes people.
Like, you don't have to say anything. We could feel your energy.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's peak.
Like, what is it?
I feel my friend Athena's energy all the time in her streams.
Nice. Well, that's what we're supposed to do, is interact with our energies, you know what I mean? Like, and be our authentic selves.
Yeah.
You know, why can't I say ideas and, you know, applaud whoever or ask, you know, there's so many like hierarchical bullshit in society. So dumb. You know, like I like to lift up people, and I'm always being told, why are you talking to them? Or they don't. And I feel like everybody has something to offer, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's so dumb, this hierarchy nonsense. It's stifling. Yeah.
I see that Chris in Metal Gear Solid. I don't know which one's creepier, Metal Gear, or this one where he's on the damn saw. And I was like, well, that scared the shit out of me. I was looking at something else.
I kind of miss reading.
Yes, I do, very much so. We finished the first part of the Book of Olive and Everything. This Lazy Bug's Tales to His Grandson. We finished the book 1 of, and because there are 3 books within the one book.
Was there a note? Huh?
Yeah. But I'm not gonna start.
Who is that?
Yeah, we read. But we didn't podcast it though. We read the whole thing, but it wasn't podcasted. So the second round, we've gotten through the first book of the 3. It's 3 books in one. Believes the book Tales to His Grandson. It's, you know what I mean. It's a really big book. 3 books in one. And so, before I get to the second book, I'm going to release all the episodes of the first book. That's my. And I just haven't had this time and space. I'm not just gonna slap it together, right? So it's like, but I have the files, you know.
There's someone
It'll come. Gigi Young. Tell me more.
She's like kind of like a modern. I think she calls herself like a modernistic type of vibe. She speaks a lot about like Rudolf Steiner's content, a lot about theosophy.
There's an elevator you can take up to the ground. You'll just have to wait for the elevator to come down. You better hide somewhere.
So she released a lecture on the moon recently. I actually watched all of it. It's about 2 hours, but I had some breaks in between. Very interesting. And I'd love to like do have a discussion about it.
Let's do it. Let's do an event. Let's make it an event.
Okay.
Let's read it. I mean, is it you said it's a book or it's a discussion?
No, it's not a book. So it's a lecture. So she uploads these YouTube. Sometimes she goes live and she does a lecture on something and she like explains things and she speaks about different topics. She's very much so basically like some of the stuff that she's spoken about is like the 2 different streams of consciousness that's on the earth right now. So she speaks about the Christ stream of consciousness and the Luciferian stream of consciousness. There are also links with like Rudolf Steiner's work. And she speaks a lot about AI, like how AI is being used by the fallen stream of consciousness, and like how the thing with the moon is like there's all these theories about the mechanical object, how this place has aliens, how it's not part of the Earth, and she kind of like speaks about, she kind of refutes those things, and she kind of touches on, this is where it like links to Gurdjieff, like she speaks about how the moon was originally part of the Earth, and how we are genetically connected to it, and how it's
Enemy
connected to
like
that.
Yeah, should have. I would love to discuss it.
Yeah, she has a lot of content. She has a lot of very interesting stuff.
Where does she reside?
Somewhere in the States. I know she was like but I'm not sure exactly
Okay.
where she is. I can post in the side chat for now. Yeah, I watched a new, she had a live like a few days ago.
Okay.
This was her other series called Occulted, and she was speaking about Katy Perry. She was speaking about those women that supposedly how it's a distortion of the goddess, and like she was speaking about AI and like all these things. It was very, very interesting.
She sounds dope.
Yeah, very refreshing. In the beginning, I was kind of skeptical because I don't know, like she said, like at some point, like if you go back into her old content, she kind of changed. She became more guarded, and I was kind of like, okay, kind of trust her type of thing. But yeah, I mean, a lot of her, like the things that she speaks about, like good content and stuff. Obviously, you know, I try not to like fully take something like dogma or like, you know, fully believe in everything that someone says. Like you have to balance it out and you have to like use your own discernment and things. But
it's Snake. I'm in front of the disposal facility.
Even with the moon
It took a long time.
topic that she spoke about,
I guess you're feeling a little rusty.
She was saying
Don't
that
worry.
you know there
It's
are
been a while,
like
but it's all coming
modern
back to me.
conspiracies about the
How's
moon.
that sneaking suit working out?
But what
I'm
she
nice and
doesn't
dry, but
mention,
it's a
and
little
what I
hard to
did
move.
some
Bear with
research
it.
into myself,
It's
is
designed
that
to
a lot
prevent
of
hypothermia. This is Alaska, you know.
there's a lot of
Take it easy. I'm grateful.
ancient
If it weren't for your suit and your shot,
knowledge,
I would have turned
like
into
from
a
ancient
popsicle out there.
civilizations, and
An
even like
anti-freezing
within
peptide
Gnosticism.
snake. All of the genome soldiers in this
About the
exercise
moon
are
and
using
how
it.
they see the moon
I
as a
see.
negative
I'm relieved to hear that. Already tested,
object and even entity.
By the way,
and things like that.
how's
and
the diversionary
so a lot of
operation
these
going?
like so-called
2
conspiracies
F-16s
about the
just
moon,
took off
like
from
how it's
Galena
like
and
it
are headed
traps
your way.
souls and like it
The terrorist
pushes you
radar
back
should
into
have
the
already picked them
reincarnation
up.
cycle. All these things actually come from Gnostic texts. So it's not really it's not like a new age thing. Like it actually comes from like very ancient, old like literature and like
there are only
systems
18
and stuff. So yeah, I try to look at like different, you know.
The bright dot in the middle is you, Snake. The red dot.
That's great. I think it's important.
Snake, you're.
But yeah, it's interesting. What are you giggling about?
I could show it, though it wouldn't make much
You called
sense.
Snake?
Okay, no, it's fine.
Posted it in the side chat.
Hello. I'm back.
Hello.
Snake,
Hello.
remember what De Gaulle said. The graveyards
Talia.
are full of indispensable men. Snake, you're all alone and surrounded by bad guys.
Whoa.
Try to be careful and avoid getting into a fight whenever you can.
You're right. Wow. You know all sorts of great quotes, don't you?
Well, both my parents are from Guangdong, China, but I was born and raised in America. I've always liked reading literature from both
I'll
sides.
share a line for you.
Kinda keeps me in
So
touch. I'll share
there
some
was
more
this
quotes with
movie
you if
on
you
in the
like.
background.
I'm looking forward to it. But to tell you the truth, I'd like to learn more about you.
Well, I'll think about it.
A surveillance camera.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
I think Shiva got disconnected.
Uber.
Yeah, I was like, I was waiting. I was like, what's going on? How are you doing, Chris? Wait, what? I can't hear you very well, Chris.
Hey.
Did you guys hear any of that?
No, you disconnected. I mean, like, you just stopped talking.
That was so weird. So
you
the
said you were gonna
line,
share a line.
yeah, it's so hilarious. I've been like talking the whole time. So the line is this: the truth is sometimes painful, but it is the only foundation for happiness. It's insane. The truth is sometimes painful, but it is the only foundation for happiness. It gives me goosebumps. It's so raw and epic. Like,
Hey guys. I have something to say.
Okay.
Like, you know how the Bible speaks of revelation and that? I think it's like, because I like, I'm not religious myself, but I've been like working on
Snake.
Okay, this is public info, but I already have a blog and all of that, so it's nothing to hide. But I've been working on accelerating or helping trigger first contact since 5 years, and I can say that the whole doomsday thing and narrative is an inversion of what is actually supposed to happen, because it's something that would benefit us ultimately. It's like positive first contact. It happens fully in a fully informed and safe way. But because of the mind programming Revelation has done, the collective ideas of religious people actually prevent this from happening in a smooth way. And that really upsets me. I mean, I have proof that I've been like attacked so many times by let's say the dark forces because they don't want this to happen. And the whole, oh, it's the end of the world, it's just an exaggeration. Like the actual events that are supposed to happen are so minor, but ultimately like very impactful. It's like almost behind the scenes. And I'm quite upset and I have mixed feelings because of all the targeting I underwent, because all because I'm trying to demystify this whole Revelation Doomsday False Invasion scenario, and it's like like people worry about the 3 days of darkness, and it's like, no, it's not about literal 3 days of darkness. That is just an inversion of what will actually happen. I don't know about the government and what they will do, or the alliance, or whatever. But
there should be a cargo elevator that you can take
in
down
my side,
around
it's not
there.
that. It's like it's just like a sort of slightly unstable period that could happen because first contact is in early stages and beginning. But I already went through pretty much metaphorically my 3 days of darkness, because I was so attacked that I just couldn't anymore, and it drove me crazy. I went to the hospital because I was depressed. But after that, I was okay. So now I'm even stronger, and I have a good, solid support network on both astrally and human-wise. So like, when you read about Doomsday and Revelation, it's false. It's like an inversion of an event that actually wouldn't detriment us, but it would benefit us, because what's actually happening is that it is first contact beginning in the early stages as private and small group, which then pipelines into public contact. And just because I have a role in this, they just love to fuck me over all the time. Whatever. Anyway, that's all I had to say.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
I mean, I have faith too. I mean, I have faith in what's happening.
Yeah.
I feel like it's been happening. It's like a cleansing, like the infection is coming out.
Yeah, definitely. But the actual revelation, like the true one, isn't that dramatic. It's just, well, at first it's not that dramatic, like the core of it, but then it will become even more prominent. And it's not what the Bible says, I think.
A lot of those things that are spoken about happens on a temporal.
Yes, that too.
It's not
because
it's metaphorical, like a lot of it's metaphors.
Yeah.
Because humans like to externalize things. And
yes.
Not,
because that's where they're at. Exactly. It's always external identification, external justification.
Yeah. Well, I didn't do that for nothing, because I had to work on myself all my life. They won't work with someone who has done no work. Like that's just not a thing. That's not possible.
Well, I don't even think there's communication capabilities unless you're at a certain frequency.
Yeah.
I'm seeing more and more people that I feel are occupied by something else driving them. You know what I mean? And there's these glimpses, like sometimes, I've been seeing it a lot on public transportation. And I'll look them in the eye, and I'll see for a split split second, a glint of them, like it's usually their childlike self, and then it's like then they go back into, I don't know, then it's like this other thing, I don't know what it is. But they're not angry at me, and they don't come at me, and they don't, and it's usually when you look someone in the eyes, you become part of whatever the situation is, right? But it's been, I acknowledge their humanity, I acknowledge their heart, if you will. I can't find the words. And there's this moment of purity. It's a glint of purity, and then this other thing takes over. And I don't want to say thing, like it's this other state, and I feel as though this state is one of not piloting their ship, meaning their life. I feel as though they're something else, this piloting is driving their life in literal circles. I mean, you could call it possession. I mean, we have all these words, you know what I mean? What does it mean? You know what I mean? It's like, I just don't think it's a one, when we hear possession, we think the exorcist, all this stuff. Like, I think that there are ranges, there's a spectrum of such things, when it's like, it's hard to explain, but I see this, and I see it in different capacities. It could be in the middle of the night if I'm traversing back. And like, I could see it in the addiction, the mental illness. I mean, we have all these names, right? But it's not relegated to one person. So there's addictions. There are people who can't stop freaking talking. Okay, there's people who can't stop having sex. There's people who can't stop eating. There's all kinds of addictions, right? The attention, VCs, right? Drama, right? Yeah, there's all kinds of addictions. So when you see people who are on the street, or people have this idea of them being, them over there, but I feel like people need to look at themselves, because if they slip down that coffee that they're addicted to, it's still an addiction. And so you have all these people in varying degrees of it's not being centered, you see. And that's where it comes down to. When you're not centered within your beingness, you lend yourself to be occupied by other forces. I mean, is the best way I can describe it. And I saw it in my brother, I've looked in his eyes and it wasn't him. I've seen it in an ex. I've looked in his eyes and I saw the same thing. It wasn't him in certain states, you know what I mean? Because they, in the pursuit of the high, or in the pursuit of escapism, through all the decisions they make leading up to that, what payola, whatever it may be, or whatever cocktail of payolas it may be, like the payoff of, feeding your needs, your addiction, your want, like whatever that may look like, you render yourself susceptible to be occupied by some other force, something else, because your frequency is so, I don't want to say higher or lower, because that's how we think, you think it's higher or lower. No. I don't think it works like that. You know what I mean? It's like black and white. No, high, low. Oh, yeah, good, bad, good, bad. We're stuck with these, two-dimensional ranges. You know what I mean? Like, it's either left or right, right? It's so, like, stifling. However, for the sake of explanation, I will convey it like that, So it's like all these decisions, it's like a tuning of your instrument, which is your life. And so then, I don't know. It's like something else comes. I don't know what that something else is. I really don't. And that's where, it would be great to discuss like something like that. Like, what is it? What is possession? What are demons? Are they external? Are they within us? Or are they, like, what is it, the yin and yang? Yeah. When we're not centered, the other takes over. You know, are we? I don't know. I just know I see it. I've seen it and I see it. Yeah, it's interesting. And this time, what's happening right now, it's a very fascinating time to be alive. There's so many extremes happening, and it's part of it, you know? It's part of the ascension. And it's like, just if you look around, we all get overwhelmed by the media, you know, when you look at freaking news. Or I have different things I look at that are supposed to be non-biased, you know? But just even the headlines, you know what I mean? It's just like, oh my God, like every day. It's like, holy smokes. It's important to remember at the same time, right? There are amazing things happening every day.
Yeah.
And it's always been like that. The sunrise alone is a miracle. The sun, the existence of the sun. If you just think about that for a while, like what it is, how it is, like it's baffling. Right? Yeah. And so that's if you put your energy into that, and that doesn't mean, okay, everything's gumdrops and rainbows and kumbaya and everything. It's not that extreme either. It's
Snake. I'm in front
of balancing. That's the whole thing. You know, it's so cringe or cliche, you know, to say balance, you know, it's so.
Balance is never
What's a Russian gunship doing
Well, I mean, it's like, it's oversaid, you know, it's so like, it's like namaste these days, you know, people say namaste before they, you know, go to Starbucks, you know what I'm saying? Like, and support a conglomerate like that. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's interesting you mentioned the sun because in Gigi's, she had another live like 2 days ago.
The red dots.
In the occult that I posted it in the side chat, she speaks about this whole thing about with Bill Gates, like billionaires blocking the sun.
Yes.
And she speaks about like how geoengineering is actually it's an occult.
I believe that.
Thing, science type of thing, and she speaks about how the sun is actually like a physical manifestation of the Christ energy, and how blocking the sun is literally like it's antichrist energy because it's doing so much like on so many levels.
Yes, it's food. It's food for your soul, for your beingness.
Yeah, and I mean all the light codes and stuff with the sun, and this is something also like linking to when I was speaking about the moon and stuff. Like, I think over time there's been a lot of distortions. Like, apparently back in the day, like thousands of years ago, they saw the sun as a feminine principle, as a feminine entity, because it gives life.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like through the years, like through patriarchy and stuff, it became the symbol of the masculine energy. But very interesting. Yeah.
It is. It is. They've changed everything. They've programmed all kinds of stuff. Like history, everything has been tailored to give us this programming of if I dare say the opposite of what it really is, you know.
Yeah.
His story. Like there's
like an upside down.
Yes. And all this encompassed with this information. It's just like the falsehoods about the origin story and yeah. In these books, you know what I mean? When the real knowledge is being kept from us, the truth. Here's the thing though, the truth always comes out in one way, shape, or form or another. And that's my passions of people in storytelling. And storytelling has been the keeper of the knowledge. This is how we pass down knowledge since the beginning, you know? And so look at how we're abusing storytelling for money. You know what I mean? It's that the storytelling that used to liberate us and connect us is now dividing us and dumbing us, like taking our essence away. It's taking our essence away. It's like it's meaningless. Like it's for the purpose of money. It's remakes, it's prequels, it's spin-offs.
It's
you know
not just prequels or remakes. It's actually the whole fucking idea of you're not allowed to use certain words. I just saw this thing about this term they called content speak. You know, grape, unalive, etc. You know, this is so fucking stupid. I mean,
Snake.
Is this the real world, or is it 1984? I mean, I'm just asking.
Snake. First.
When you say 1984, you mean like 1884? What are you talking about? What?
I'm talking about the novel. I'm so tired of every fucking platform nowadays.
Censorship?
You're not allowed to say like anything anymore.
Snake.
You know,
who have learned
the pendulum.
in the heat of real combat know how to sleep
when people talk,
wherever they can.
Unalive.
There's a big difference between them and the kids
it's like
who've only been
horrible.
exposed.
I mean, why is there censorship online? I mean, it's very stupid because that sort of thing should not be allowed in the US or Europe because we have free speech. So
yeah, but Q, there's you have to understand there's also nefariousness, and it would be 4chan everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Keto
I know.
stuff.
And
so where do you draw the line?
yeah, but here is the thing: unless you are talking about truly terrible people like, you know, Stalin or Hitler, that is where I draw a line.
Yeah, but you're talking about people. We're talking about what you can say.
Yeah, I know.
So are we allowed to say? Should we be allowed to like use slurs online?
Shut those covers as soon as
Yes,
it's done
I think we should allow to say whatever the hell we want without fear of banning or demonetization. Why? Because it's censorship and it's not allowed due to the First Amendment, which is free speech.
Exactly. And protecting the youth.
He's killed 3 people.
Protecting the youth. Yeah, right. Overprotecting them.
You want everything to be 4chan?
Anyway,
Oh,
I want
hell
you to
yeah.
increase the security detail on the sheet.
Because
when
I'm
was
so
the last time
tired
you were on
of
4chan?
censorship and stuff.
When was the last time you were on 4chan?
Like, I never been on 4chan, but I've heard of the site's existence. So
yes, so
it's gone now.
Yeah, but 4chan.
No, actually,
the point I'm trying to make
a few weeks ago. I
Okay,
think.
but here's the thing, though. These environments where there's no censorship gets inundated by nefarious groups that are pumping the worst things possible, right? For nefarious reasons. It's not just people speaking their hearts, okay? It's not like that anymore. With technology, there are armies of bots that are pumping programmatic narratives for nefarious reasons, including
and also
targeting
the thing though about
the youth in certain countries, pedophile things and everything. Yeah, but I'm trying to tell you
AI
what I'm saying.
to like detect certain words now. I mean, why?
Because
first they did that with Content ID, and now they are using it to detect certain words. I mean, what the fuck is this even? I mean,
my question more is like, what is the root issue, right? The root issue, right?
The fact that the internet has almost no free speech anymore. Especially if you're a live streamer or content creator.
I agree that it has become excessive, right?
Yeah.
However, especially when it comes to certain ethnic groups, that you can't say certain things because they're controlled by the media and
I know
they're biased. There's a larger issue. So why is everything so toxic?
And they always say it is to protect children, but as always, literally no one buys into that anymore. Especially after that COPPA thing back in 2020. Literally everyone knew that this is like a fucking cover-up or something.
It does.
And yet Elsa-Gate is still happening on YouTube for some fucking reason.
We don't want pedos posting their stuff.
Yeah, I know.
On
that is the problem.
Roblox.
But that is a fucking risk that you are willing to take if you have a site with no limits.
Yeah, but that not everybody wants that. You want that.
Well, that's why there should be limits.
Yeah, so maybe you go make a 8chan.
No thanks. That would be horrible.
Well, what? Why would it be horrible if you're advocating for it?
Like, Ewan, do you want to live in a functioning society?
Yes.
Like, because currently you do, and there's a rule of law.
I know.
There's like rights and there are responsibilities.
Yeah, I know.
To the internet.
Yeah.
Like, this is not like anarchy reigns supreme. Like, we still have
yeah,
to be
I know that.
responsible for what we say and do.
Actually,
if it was clean, if it was truly freedom of speech,
the whole world and sorry.
Go ahead.
Actually, the whole world and like the internet and stuff as we know it. I mean, this is gonna sound weird, but it literally sounds like what Kojima thought of back in 2001 when he made 10GS2, especially this whole thing with like, hey, now we use AI to like monitor what people are saying and scrubbing the whole internet of like stuff.
It's nothing
with,
new.
Like ChatGPT and stuff. And all
That's
the
nothing new. It's just scalable now. Yeah. They're scaling it. They've been doing that, but now they're scaling it with AI. Yeah, but they've been doing that, Kim. Yeah, so there's a root issue.
Not until 2022, that is, because that's when AI started becoming really popular.
Yeah, but before that, there were other modalities that they did that with. You know what I mean? So here's the thing, right?
All I thought AI was back before then was like text-to-speech stuff. No, actually.
So, if it was really about freedom of speech, that would be one thing. But there are nefarious actors, right, from different countries that target region-specific people or geographic location. But let me finish what I'm saying, Q. You gotta have self-control, buddy. Why are you interrupting me? So they have region-specific targeting, right? And so it's for the reason of infecting the youth. Look even if you look at China, and you think of the freaking TikToks of it all, you know what I'm saying? And if you look at Red Note, very different environment, and their WeChat.
This is why I do not use neither TikTok nor.
Yeah, but there are beautiful things on TikTok as well. So here's the thing, you know what I mean? It's walking that line. At the same time, it's a dumbing down of a nation, you know, and especially in penetrating the youth. You know what I mean? Yeah. So
I'm sorry for being so boring, but I'm just so tired of like everything being terrible.
That's okay.
Now.
That's okay. I wouldn't say everything is terrible, but I feel your frustration. I think it's crazy that we have to say pew pew. It's hilarious. I mean, actually, I like to say it. It's kind of fun to say it.
It's not hilarious. It's hilariously bad.
I'm being facetious. It's ridiculous. Like just the pew pew instead of gun. Like what is really is like.
I mean,
it's the same thing.
This isn't like a recent thing. I think this started happening in like 2016, 2017 with the whole "I'm Kermitting sewer slide" meme. God, that was horrible. Yeah, I'm gonna Kermit Skibbity in Ohio. What did you say? Nothing. Just gonna shadow ram some people. Actually, I think we should change on the live to a shadow round. Why? Because it's a reference to the early 2000s anime censorship that literally no one understands now because it's been so long since the 4Kids days.
Did you know what we should do? We should create our own language and like just
no.
There's already a server that did that and won the linguistics contest in 2022.
Okay, where's the information? I'd like to see it. Thank you.
By the way,
look it up at one reward.
settings, the codec screen is blue tinted.
I'll just link it.
The National Who.
Yeah.
I'll link it.
In America?
I will link you.
By the way, who is
you link yourself.
who is streaming the Twin Snakes? Who is streaming the Twin Snakes? I'm noticing an emulation issue. The whole codec screen is tinted blue, and it's not supposed to be that way. So, but it's a problem on your end, okay?
Oh, cute.
Yeah, I know. I've actually used Dolphin before, but I have to say one thing, staying on the topic of like free speech and stuff, hashtag fuck Nintendo. They should not sue people for the smallest reason. What's going on?
I appreciate you all. I just want to say that.
And
I
really
appreciate all of you so much.
that you are here, Shiva.
Like, snap.
Yeah, but I like how a lot of platforms has a double standard. They can censor people for the most minor things, yet they allow mobile ads that literally have full nudity in them.
It's true. You're absolutely right. Especially on Instagram.
Especially on YouTube. Yeah, but I've actually started to report those kinds of ads, even though it's probably not gonna do anything. I mean, I can at least try.
That's so interesting. You advocate for no censorship, and you also report inappropriate content. You're very complex. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
You wanted free speech.
Yes, but
you gotta draw the line somewhere, right, Kieran?
Yeah. They can allow terrible mobile ads, yet not Ram Ranch, the best song ever made.
Oh my gosh.
But that's just YouTube and Google being homophobic and woke.
I heard that Meta was gonna roll back, like, go back on it, like, censorship thing. Like, they were gonna be more nasty.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he announced that. How's that working out for him?
Like on Facebook, I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
What did you say?
Facebook
They're gonna
and-
be gooder? They're gonna be less bad or more bad?
That's
What
going
did
to
you say?
lead to even more Teslas being vandalized, so...
I know big rise in like
Yeah.
I
What he
think
said
that,
was...
I think that any of these evil things they choose to do will not, or pick to do, will not prosper, and God will actually overcome each and every single one of them, and we will never see a military state or anything like that. Even Neuralink has been conquered.
But what about the end of times?
Neuralink hasn't even started. Fuck you mean conquered?
It hasn't started and it never will. I prayed for it the other day and God canceled it. But I need you to understand that the mark of the beast, you're like the end times, the mark of the beast started with Barack Obama.
What?
The mark of the beast, time and era, 666 started with Barack Obama in our scarcity world that we live in, our fear world.
Yeah, right. It started with the fucking war on terror. Not Obama. It was with Bush.
We elected Barack Obama just because he was black, not because of any merit or anything else. We were like, we want a black president, and we
Why
hired
did you
someone.
select Donald Trump?
Speak for
Because
yourself.
He was bald and blonde.
Yes, don't.
No, it's true. It was actually all
And,
him.
and he had a
Speak for
goofy ass
yourself.
haircut.
You guys are like, the tulpa is reality. The tulpa is reality. It's the weirdest shit, and then you just claim that it's not true because you want to live in the best of both worlds.
No, but you can't speak for what I voted for and why I voted. Like,
Who did
speak
you
for
vote
yourself.
for? Who did you vote for? Who did you vote for and why?
I don't feel like engaging in that discussion with you.
Well, then
you're
you are
the one.
a moot point. Well, then you are not capable of contributing.
Can you guys
evidence.
just shut the
You are
fuck
not
up about politics?
If you will
This is a
not
spirituality
speak,
server.
if you will not speak your testimony,
Yeah, I know, but
then you are not capable of contributing to the whole.
some of us
Here's
are
the thing,
in
Arden.
politics, okay?
Speak
No,
for
it's
yourself.
right. No, Jesus Christ.
You can't speak for other
Christ.
people.
Time out. Jesus Christ. Live by the Spirit. Stop living by your fucking retarded body and live by the Spirit, please.
Why don't you live by your own gospel that you preach? Because you say one thing and behave another.
I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect. I'm doing the best I can, but at least I'm not a fucking servant of evil like you. At least I'm not a servant of evil like you.
What would Jesus do?
How does it feel to be a tourist, have everything handed to you to the point that you would rape?
I mean, I don't know why you always end up going to this. You know, maybe it's a need for healing.
Because
but you
God
attack
is with
people.
Me. Because
you
God
try
is
to
with
hurt
me and
people.
You're a liar. You're a compulsive liar.
Yeah, but you're an abusive.
Yeah, but
person.
what? Yeah, but what? You're a compulsive liar, and my anger towards you is forgiven compared to how much you lie.
You're angry with yourself, Arden.
You understand? That
you don't even know me to say if I lie or not.
You understand that it is relative, yes or no?
You're projecting.
Try to project.
No, I'm not
He's
projecting.
projecting.
That's count.
Who are you?
You are
projecting. Tell me,
I am
can you tell me in concise words who you are?
I gotta tap out.
Stop at God. God is with me. You don't believe God's with me? Tell me, what do you think's happening?
My friends, I have to tap out because I have people I need to take care of. Much love, and I'll speak to you soon.
You're the weirdest liar.
Bye, Shiva.
You're the weirdest liar. Like, they claim it's so fucked up. They're so neutral beyond compare that they will claim to be good, but they will be a demon masquerading as visual light. It's weird as shit.
People in Gaza.
People in Gaza are being crushed, obviously, or it's fourth dimensional. So in reality,
then why
in
is
reality,
it not
you guys
genocide?
are raping. Not you guys, just whomever is raping reality and thinks that anything's okay. They think it's okay to leave. They think it's okay to leave. They think it's okay to leave Thailand. They think it's okay to leave Thailand as child rape capital of the world. And then when the earthquakes come, they just fucking
I
ignore
think
it.
you're into
The weirdest
PPD, my
shit.
guy. I'm sorry, but
Is Thailand the child rape capital of the world? Yes or no?
no.
Of course not.
You're wrong. Why would you say that?
China is the
You didn't even
child
think about it.
trafficking.
No, hold on. You
place in the
didn't even
world.
think about it. You didn't even
You
think
think
about it.
about what you say?
Yes, I am.
Or
I'm
do you
so
just
quick.
babble
I'm so
bullshit?
practiced. I'm so practiced on thinking about what I'm
Where's
saying.
your proof? Where's your research?
The spirit.
The spirit, right.
Okay,
Like
you
every
don't. Do you
delusional
believe? Do
spiritualist
you
starts
believe?
off.
Do you believe we have a spirit each? Do you believe we have a spirit each? Do you believe
It's
we have a
just a
spirit
thought,
each? Yes
bro.
or no? Do you believe we have a spirit each? Yes or no?
Oh, we are fucking souls. What do you think?
So what do you think a soul is in your own words?
Essence.
Well, it's hard to describe.
Essence. Wrong.
A cosmic
Wrong.
entity
Soul
or
isn't
something.
just essence. Soul is way greater than essence.
What?
Essence
what
is
is
everything has an essence, but not everything has a soul.
Huh?
Everything has an
How does that make
essence, but
sense?
not
This guy
everything has a
yapping
soul.
about-
Are you retarded? Does a rock have a soul?
No, but are you yapping?
Rock
Yes.
does not have a
Too
soul.
much.
Nor
Congratulations, but a rock has an essence, doesn't it? So why would you speak
Yeah.
out of your ass?
I could say you have atoms, but you don't have a soul. What
I
does
do
that make
have a
you?
soul. You're wrong. I'm
Well,
actually a
prove it.
tulpa. The more
Prove
you're
it.
like prove. Here's the thing. You're like prove that you have a soul. You're a rapist.
it.
You're a child rapist. You're a child sex
Okay.
groomer. All the
Okay.
way
No, he's
down.
accusing
And
random
yet,
people of
even though
anything.
I proclaim that I have a soul over
Uh-huh.
and over again through the power of
Right.
the spirit, you still
Right.
ignore it because you are anti-spiritual. Yes or no?
Of course. Of course.
Of course. Goodbye.
Can you stop being such a drag, bro? Chill. Jesus Christ.
Well, got that. Yeah, I got ammo.
God, you're such a drag. Calm down.
He kind of goes crazy sometimes.
Yeah, I know. Can't believe I said that. What the fuck? And why are you playing the Twin Snakes? The original is way better. Also, it has 300 new things, unlike this version. Ooh. And no one's talking. Great. Yeah, I'm probably the only one that has played NGS VR missions
I'm
anyway.
gaming right now.
What did you say?
I'm playing games right now.
Yeah, I can see that you're playing the worst version of Metal Gear Solid right now.
I'm not that guy who's playing the game. I'm actually playing a different.
Then who is?
It's Chris. I think Chris is streaming.
Yes.
Hi, Chris. Hi. By the way, your screen is tinted blue for some reason. It happens. I think that's a thing you can change in Dolphin. I mean, it's not distracting, but it's kind of. Well, I don't know. Can you switch to software rendering? Oh wait, never mind. This is not PCS62. I don't think you can do that. I mean, I don't have a problem with it at all. Not even the cutscenes are bad. Even though some people say that, hey, why so much slow motion, lol. Why did you just mute yourself, Chris? Are you not able to talk while playing? Hello? Fine.
He's
Well, I was gonna play. Well, I was gonna play Hogwarts Legacy anyway. Just reached level 15. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
I think he's AFK actually. He isn't
Yeah,
doing
I know. He has his fucking stream open on, like, this one screen in the game. So.
Oh. Is that a cyber death? That's an emperor.
No.
Do you know what a cyber deck is?
No.
You've
It's just like my Japanese animes. Speaking of animes, this is not an anime, but I've literally started to rewatch Ben 10 for no fucking reason, and holy shit, the art style is so, like, anime inspired. What the fuck?
I think Ben 10 was before anime, or at the same time as.
Yeah, I know, but it literally, I mean, it has transformation scenes that are, like, anime-esque, so.
Yeah, CGI can.
Yeah, I know. Wildlight literally looks like if Kurama had no tails at all and was blind, and had the Byakugan for some reason. Why am I always comparing everything to Naruto? What the fuck, man?
Maybe you just love it.
Yeah, I'm a weeb, I know. Ooh, on God, no cap.
That's not bad.
Yeah, I know, bro. Ooh.
Who gives a damn? Like, nobody's gonna judge you for that. I'm a fucking weeb, and I watched Jujutsu Kaisen.
Never watched that. Ooh.
Watched Jujutsu Kaisen, watched Demon Slayer, kind of watched Naruto.
I watched Bakugan. Fun fact, I still have a lot of the cards from Bakugan, and holy shit, they are as dusty as hell. Yeah, I used to be a Bakugan collector like you. Then I took an arrow in the knee. And I just incorporated a Skyrim meme for no reason. Yeah, I'm cooked. Just like Gen Alpha, I know.
You have nothing to worry about.
Yeah. So, you probably saw my fucking last post on this server. This Saturday, I'm actually going to meet my girlfriend, so.
Oh.
That's great.
It is.
I have a photo of her actually on my profile picture. It's me holding her during like a dance we had a few months ago. So she's 27 and I'm 22. So not the biggest age gap, but I don't really care.
How did you guys meet?
Don't know. It was like a thing we had back in like 2017. Basically, we have gatherings for disabled people every year. And we basically met during that at 2017, so.
Okay.
And it's literally now fucking 2025, almost a decade later, then just like, do you want to be my boyfriend? I'm like, yeah, I guess. So yeah. Although, I'm not gonna do her just yet. I'm gonna wait a few months. And by do her, I don't mean killing her, obviously. I'm talking about, something else. Ooh. But
I know you had some hesitations about like getting into a relationship. I remember in the beginning.
Yeah, I know, but
I'm over here struggling to find a relationship, and there's like Kevin over here. I mean, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I know.
You're an amazing person.
You should never
even from this first interaction.
You should never stop looking. And just hope, because someday you will find someone.
Can I quit? Nobody's like me.
Yeah.
Too complex.
And also, you should never go back on your word. That's also a good thing to keep in mind.
Never go back on what?
I said I never go back on my word or on my promises. Usually. Right. LOL. How long has Shiba, before I came in, how long has she been in this VC anyway? Not since this morning, I guess.
I'm not sure. The last time I saw Anya was like a few days ago for Artsy Party.
Mm. Yeah, you want to know something? January 6th is actually the national holiday of Sweden for some reason.
Oh, never knew that. I actually don't. Really
June 6th, the same day as D-Day. It's kind of like the 4th of July, but for Sweden.
Oh wait, June 6th?
Yeah, June 6th.
Okay.
Not January 6th, that's the other thing that we don't really like.
My birthday's on the 4th, and on the 4th of June.
Oh, nice. Happy early birthday then. I can't really give you anything though, since, we're talking through Discord and, yeah. But it's probably gonna be good either way.
I'm probably just gonna be at home. It's winter over here, so it's gonna be cold and rainy.
Hang on. Are you Australian?
No, I'm in South Africa.
Oh, okay. You and another guy called Landmower are like in the same country.
Oh,
he's from another server.
Yeah, I know him. Not my favorite person.
Well, I think he's a good person. I mean, I've known him since 2019, so.
Oh yeah, I was in that server of his. What's the entry point?
Yeah, I think so. Did he ban you or what?
Oh no. We just clashed, I guess.
Yeah, okay. And I am so glad that the fucking Minecraft movie hype has died down. God, I'm so tired of seeing people going like berserk over the chicken jockey scene.
Oh, I haven't seen it. Is it good?
Yeah. Basically, a lot of people
Chicken jockey.
when they, yeah, and then people start to misbehave even though they are adults for some reason. Yeah. Hashtag water bucket release. More like Genjutsu release at this point.
Basically, it's like people kind of in a cinema, and they like try to, whenever they hear like chicken jockey, they just throw popcorn all over the theater.
Or worst, there have actually been incidents where people have been lighting like fireworks in the theater for some reason. How can they even bring in fireworks? Because I know for a fact you're not allowed to do that.
Yeah. Wait, are you friends with Dusty? Who's like Berserk Dusty?
Yeah, I think so. Oh my god, is the Boruto anime actually done, or...
Wait, have you seen Solo Leveling?
Huh?
Have you seen Solo Leveling, the anime Solo Leveling?
No. Yeah. No, actually, I've seen Boruto, and that's good. At least up until the part where Naruto loses his tailed beast. Ah, fuck, I spoiled it. Fuck.
It's fine, I'm not gonna watch.
I mean, he lost Kurama like one time before and nearly died anyway, so...
And have you seen Dandadan?
No.
Season 2 is coming out.
You watched that anime series?
No, but I've watched. No, but I'm still waiting for Fallout Season 2. And that's a show I watch that is not an anime. Yes, I watch other stuff besides anime.
Have you seen Halo? The Halo series? The new,
Are you talking about Halo Legends? Yeah, I've seen like the first episode of it, but no, not the new series though. No, sorry.
It's kind of good actually.
You know what I fucking miss? Star Wars: The Clone Wars. God. I'm not talking about the fucking movie. I'm talking about the show that used to run on Cartoon Network back before they had Adventure Time and stuff. And now, dude, I literally turned on Cartoon Network once just to see if something had changed since I was like 11 or 10, and dude, it's horrible. Nothing but reruns and reruns and reruns of like stuff. Literally rewatched the first Alien Force episode, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, this is still good. In 2025.
I used to love Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Oh God.
Are you okay, Siri?
That's weird because that show is way too fucking scary to be a kid's show. I mean, seriously.
Everyone says that. I grew up with them.
Yeah, but you wanna know?
I'll be honest
what
with
is
you. That
you
show
wanna
is
know
a perfect.
what is worse? You wanna know what is worse than that show? The final act of E.T. Yeah, I'm serious. That final act has way more fucking nightmare fuel than Courage the Cowardly Dog. Seriously, getting your house swarmed by FBI agents, and you almost dying is like, bruh, what the hell?
I love Scooby-Doo as well. Scooby-Doo.
You're old.
Yeah, I'm old.
Where's the Carolee dog?
I
Seems
remember
like fucking...
when they had like 2 of the older Batman shows running. It was The Brave and the Bold, and that was Batman Beyond. I did watch Batman the Brave and the Bold back in the day, and dude, it was stupid. But I thought Batman Beyond was the shit. Okay, on God, no cap.
Oh
Why am I
my
saying
God.
on God, no cap, Ohio so much? Jesus Christ. Yeah, I know. The 2020s has been nothing but brain rot and AI and the world going to shit.
Not
I know.
2020, the big 2024.
The big 2025, LOL.
2024 still goes hard.
Yeah. Do you have Hogwarts Legacy? Dude, that game is so fucking good.
I'm just playing this game and I see someone in the chat just saying, I'm craving coffee.
Yeah.
Shadow Slave.
Coffee's so good. Gotta check the back of the CD case. Wait, what? By the
Yeah,
way...
I don't like coffee anymore. I see the strain it has on your mental health. Not good. Decryption key.
By the way, did you know something? I started watching the old Ben 10 show, and dude, Grandpa Max in that show is voiced by the same guy that is Campbell in this game, Paul Eiding. No wonder I thought that voice sounded familiar when I played Metal Gear Solid a few years ago.
Holy It's 7 p.m. and I already feel tired.
Number 15. I'm so tired at 7 p.m.
Where do you only wake up this often?
Woke up at like 3 a.m.
Nice.
Okay.
The best
to my
hour for
job.
content creation. 3
Oh.
a.m. I just found my mom's ghost in Roblox at 3 a.m. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, nothing. Ooh.
Leveled up Shiva.
Yeah. I like Sheba, but not to the extent that I would date her because, you know, I have a girlfriend. And also, she's like 30 or 40, so... I think...
She's too old for me.
Yeah, but I really like her as a friend, though.
She's amazing.
Yeah, I know. Ooh.
Siri. What do you think about Shiba? I seen that.
But did you see my DM?
I see. What do you think about Shiba?
Dude,
What do I think?
since you're emulating GameCube games, you should play one of the Splinter Cell games on GameCube. They're actually good, I think.
Why do I have so much energy?
Siri, you thought about me when you woke up or dreams.
What?
What
Look,
are
I
you
recognize your energy.
Number 15, I recognize your energy. Why do I
Where's my
sound like
son?
chills?
And where is my son?
Ooh,
I'm your what?
I'm your mom. Hey, I'm
Are you
joking.
saying I'm your son?
No,
No, I am your father. No, actually, it was not how it was said. Never mind. Mandela effect's kicking in again. By the way, who would win in a fight? Arkham vs. Batman or any of the snakes?
Any what?
Or any version of Solid Snake or Batman from the Arkham games, who would win in a fight?
Batman.
Yeah, obviously Batman from the Arkham games because he is infected by the Jonkler's blood. That's a plot line in Manhattan City, actually. Ooh.
Do you just
no.
Serene.
What's your favorite transformation in all of anime? Besides Super Saiyan, because that's the obvious one.
Shit, I don't know. That's a good question, though.
For me, it's Four Tails Naruto. Why? Because it literally fucks up his skin. Yeah, that's actually a thing that happened. He gets so mad over Orochimaru being like, I'm gonna take Sasuke, that his skin starts turning red and he gets like 4 fucking tails, and bruh.
Wasn't that Kurama?
No, this is like right after the Kazekage rescue arc. It's early Shippuden. It was literally back when the PS2 had early Shippuden in 2 of the games, Ultimate Ninja 4 and 5. So, ooh. And yes, if you're gonna ask, I know that Toby is Obito, okay? It's obvious.
You know what?
God, that was such a fucking stupid plot point in Shippuden that Toby is he Madara or Toby? No, actually, he is Obito Uchiha. You can hear it in, like, the name. You take Toby and add a fucking extra O at the beginning.
No, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, ooh.
Crazy how they never seem through that disguise.
Yeah. You wanna know what is fucked up about one of the Naruto games? They actually made up an ending for one of the Storm games because the anime or manga was not done. So it literally ends with Naruto breaking Toby's mask, and the game basically ends. I'm like, is this an alternate ending? And then I looked it up. No, this was because the anime was not done yet. It's hilarious to think about now that I've actually seen the entire anime. Because this was back in like 2013. Ooh.
Naruto breaks his mask and then, oh no, the game ends.
Yeah, it's for Ultimate Ninja and Storm 3, actually. So, yeah.
Siri, I feel like the universe is against me.
Why?
I have like plans on buying shit, and I keep getting news. I keep getting the opposite.
You mean?
Essentially, me having to pay instead of saving.
Oh wait, you want to save up for something, but you keep on having to spend money?
Yes.
Why?
It's a have to. Not a. Actually, it's more of a must.
You just like put away a little bit every month.
Kinda annoying.
Like you need to learn to budget. How to budget. Get ChatGPT to help you. No, honestly, like it will give you like a good. Give it all the information and it will like give you a good spending plan.
Use ChatGPT to help you. It's like you're going through my subconscious and looking at exactly what I'm doing.
Alrighty.
On a day-to-day basis. Like, come on. Stop snooping around my energy.
I'm not. I just pick it up. I'm psychic like that. Sorry. I don't even do that good comment.
You're starting to remind me of that guy. I forgot what his name is. Shit. Was it?
No.
I forgot. Right? It's the one guy I told you about that keeps telling me like, you're so in love with me. Like, stop.
No. I hate that. I hate that you'd say that I'm like him. That really annoys me. Oh, you sent Lime a weird message the other day. We were in the VC.
You what?
And
oh.
You sent Lime a weird message, but it sounded like, I don't know, like he was trolling or something. So, have you seen my
What?
message?
When?
On Sunday or Monday.
I'm genius. I got intelligence in this game. What do you mean a weird message? I don't remember doing that.
No, you, that guy, Sam of Orion, whatever the hell.
Oh, what did he do?
Sam I am of Orion.
Yeah, the weird ass fucker. Are you mad at me for saying frog?
I'm not mad. I'm just like, sometimes it's unnecessary to say it so much. Like it's all like, especially when it's like older people in the company. It's just a respect thing. Like,
the hell? Is your mom used to be here? Her name was Cheshire?
Maybe Cheshire? I have no idea.
Cheshire. What the hell?
Yeah, that was super weird.
Yeah. That's ironic, by the way. Zyle. Zazio.
Hey.
Hello.
Sorry, where are these roles in this server? Because I'm seeing like crown, mind, body. I don't know what this means.
It's like the more you interact, you'll get the mind, and then you get the body roll. No, body roll, then you get mind, and then yeah, the more you interact in the server, you'll get a new roll color.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Welcome, Zazio. I'm gonna keep calling you Zazio. Zazio. What the fuck Fuck up, samurai. We have a PC to burn. So, Siri, you know that game that doesn't have really any visuals? That I keep sharing my screen and you're like, I can't see anything. So I got a new one. I got a new one. It's all Arclight City, nice, and it has little interactions to it, so you can see my armor. You can see my armor.
Oh,
when I used to
what are you
scan
doing, bro?
I'm playing a game. See? I'm
What
playing
game?
me.
Is that Dark Souls?
Arknight City. Should I buy a house? If you're broke, if you're homeless, just buy a house.
Especially in a climate like Skyrim. Just buy a house. Why? Because you can.
What do you mean crappy?
That's literally the first thing I do in Oblivion or Skyrim as soon as I can. I buy a house.
Alright, Budget Studio. What about now? I'm pretty sure 99% of this is made by AI, so... Look at this. Yeah, I'm just gonna buy a slim apartment, because I don't have the money for it. For the expensive one.
Making some chai.
Chai. It's chai. It's chai.
Chai, bro. Why chai?
It's chai. Do you see me actually doing things in the game now?
Let's see, yeah. You're moving about.
Chrono Station. I have cyberpsychosis, by the way.
What is that?
It's psychosis, but with cybernetics. Oh god! Oh! This guy's good. He's gonna kill me. Wait! I don't want it to be on auto. What the hell? You know? What are you talking? You know what I mean?
He knows what you mean, bro.
He knows what I mean. No, I fucking died. That's correct, by the way. It's right, you're correct. It's an overuse of cybernetics. Because cybernetics enhance, like, some feelings inside of you. And so, the more cybernetics you put in yourself, like, the less pity you have.
But you're a fucking cyborg.
I mean, empathy. The less empathy you have.
You're
Bro,
a
this
cyborg.
bunny girl is kicking my ass right now. What the hell? I gotta escape. This bunny rabbit is beating my ass.
Bunny bitch.
Bouncing around my pee.
Wait.
Eat this. Eat this. This reminds me of Pokemon. Let's go!
Pokemon.
Cyberpsychosis is caused by an excessive use of cybernetic abilities.
Something over there.
Believing due to hallucinations and delusions due to the brain overload. Neuroblocker can be used to reduce cyberpsychosis. Fun fact, you can't erase cyberpsychosis.
Something
you
over
can
there.
only reduce it. Jack Jackson. Jack Jackson. I'm gonna potato him. Potato. Cyber waking. How do I get cybernetics? I want more. Also, this game has a lot of yeah, expect that. Expect women. Expect women with minimal clothing. Or style, if you would say that. Because it's cyberpunk. It's cyberpunk. Mercenary? I already got mercenaries. This is my favorite mercenary race. Because she's good, I guess. I'm gonna level her. Until I go broke. Ooh. Honey. Imagine being called Honey.
Honey. Hi, honey.
Hey, hello, my name is Honey. What about you?
A surveillance camera.
Some of these women don't even look like mercs. They just look like prostitutes.
Maybe they are.
Hey, in Cyberpunk, everything is possible. My city was voted for the worst city in the world. That's the trailer for Cyberpunk.
In the game?
Yes. I'm gonna potato react to you because I don't give a flying potato shadow token. Huh? I'm gonna keep potatoing them.
Potato,
implants.
Hello, Oblivion.
Are you having fun? Wait.
Are you?
Armor 19. Implant. Over 7 quantity. Calibration. Wait, what?
What is it,
Calibration.
How do I calibrate my implant? What does this do even? Perfect calibration chance. What does it do? Oh. Oh, it's a multiplier.
Snake, like Shakespeare said, knots had all spent
Wouldn't
where
it be
our
better
desires got
for me to
without
upgrade
content. Basically, it means that your desire can get you into trouble if you're not careful.
Kind of makes
That
no
goes
sense,
for
but
items
okay,
too.
buddy.
Don't get too greedy or you might be sorry. Be careful,
You should be a
Snake.
Twitch streamer.
You told me that before.
Good luck, Snake.
Because I'm so fun and entertaining.
Good luck.
How do I open these boxes? How do I open them?
Oh my god, this tea is so amazing. What the hell?
Oh, they're material. What is that decryption key anyway? A cutting-edge cyberpunk device that serves as a key to high-end security doors into dystopian strongholds, leaving valuable loot and hidden rewards. Okay, buddy, but how do I activate it?
Activate.
Oh, it's like M1ing. What am I supposed to do now? Just press. glitching love. Cyber ghosts. Cody Brack. Gang of Netrunners, Chrome Junkies, and fellow carving our place in this currency.
Chuma Island.
Chill out, Chum. Chill out, Chum.
What? Chuma Island?
Chill out, Chum.
Wait,
they're
was
dead?
that seriously the first time you heard Arden?
Yes. I'm not kidding. Also, I'm in the glitching love. It's so epic.
Glitching love.
Stay alert.
We did our best, but it was not enough. Let's go do it better now for love. Private.
You think we have
Okay.
glitching love?
Some edgy. Huh. How do I... Oh, here we go. Okay. So... I don't have enough money for pachinko. Lilith, I don't... Yeah, I'm not gonna buy anything. Ripper Dog. I could beat her out.
So you joined Barks, so the VC yesterday.
Why should
yesterday? You were in VC with him, but he was working.
Yes,
What was it today?
He's in a glizzy factory. Glizzy factory.
That's so gross to think about it. Like, you know what the shit that they put in hot dogs? Like,
No, I don't.
it's like disgusting.
They say cum is disgusting, but everyone chugs it.
You know what? This is so weird. This dude that I messaged.
Right.
It's an ex-friend. I messaged him in April. I was like, hey, hope you're well, because I haven't spoken to him like since last year, October. And then he sends me this link. I think it was, maybe he got hacked or something. This on WhatsApp though.
Okay.
Like this weird link. I didn't click on it though, and I just sent him like a question mark. I was like, okay, what is this? And he's like, just ignore it.
Yeah, probably got hacked. Yippee! Yippee!
But yeah, he's a tool, bro.
Yippee! He's a what?
What's that?
He's a tool. He's
Who's
like a
that?
substitute.
That's hard. I like me kinda some toxics.
Hot until it's not.
I like my men to be toxic. I want my men to be toxic. Just kidding. I don't.
Snake.
Netcoin. I will browse the market for implants. Is that Kuroshi? It says something on Kur. What kind of implant is this? Oh, it's kinetic resistance. This is like going in a fucking shopping mall. With, at every corner there's a busty woman just asking, what do you need? And I'm like, so it's obsolete android.
Press the
I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna rip out his spine. Okay, that's like a shadow. Here it is. Did I really block that? Yes, Did I block that twice? Yeah, she She stands on her chance. Fortune can't even defeat me. So you watched Dan the Dan and you haven't watched Cyberpunk.
Wait, what?
You watched Dan the Dan, but you haven't watched Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed. I am utterly disappointed. This does 75, 45 damage, but this adds shield. But this is it's kind of. Actually, no, it's better. What the hell?
What are you gonna do about it?
I'm gonna cry myself to sleep. What are you gonna do about that? Wait, I can equip to implant.
We're not gonna be punished.
What? Hello, obsolete android. Don't mind me just slaughtering you. Yippee! Yippee! And I have no more quests. And I don't know what to do with my life now. $332 HP? What the? Bro. 666.
Nintendo is gay.
Oh, Nintendo is terrible.
No, it says Nintendo is gay, Xbox is straight, and PlayStation is bisexual. I won't be elaborating.
Who the hell wrote that?
Someone on Threads.
Of course.
Look at the radar! It's picking up the DARPA chief. He's the green
Is
dot.
it
Hurry and rescue him.
I feel like it's Dastro.
Snake.
Diddy.
Diddy.
Nicholas is like, I wanna go home.
You're not gonna diddle me.
I wanna go home.
I will not be diddled.
What the hell? Wait, who deleted my picture?
Wait, what? Where?
I literally had a picture in between the car and the Pikachu. And it was literally this.
Kinda damn cold.
Oh, actually, that's
hate
me.
Alaska.
I deleted the picture. It's just I forgot.
Boy, oh boy. That woman is built all right.
Marzi is crazy into AI. Oh my god, that's creepy. Look at that. It's like almost a real person.
Where?
It's getting too detailed now.
Marcy.
Artsy fartsy. Oh.
Marcy.
That's not art, that's AI. And where's the continents? Okay, buddy. Tech talk. Please don't leak my information. Please don't leak my information. No. Get out. link my information. Please don't link my information.
Apparently, when I share links now, people can see my fucking profile. What the fuck is that about?
That's just VR. I love this shit song. Gary missed one of his legs. Should I stop coding and start gambling? Hell yeah.
Oh, it's you.
I don't know what he expected. Oh my. Who? I don't know what this is. No fucking way.
First.
No, that's crazy. Bro, who pulled his banco in my school? Nobody did. I'm quitting. Oh my god.
The dragon, what's it called? The dragon thing.
Bad dragon.
Bad dragon.
Just gonna look in this.
Damn.
I don't get a girl. My vibrator just broke. Oh my god. What the hell? Bro.
Lime wants to chat. I'm gonna go to...
I would be scared shitless to dry. Oh my god. Bro, hell no.
A woman. Not him.
Best Buy Gunner bait.
Is she a robot?
Oh my god, boob sizes. Oh, these are countries actually.
Bruh. Perito!
This is me when life goes normally.
The tail.
Huh?
No more sad.
No.
Oh my god, yes. Ardent.
Robot again?
This.
Who's that?
Bruh, I can't watch it.
I'm here to save you. You're the DARPA chief, Donald Anderson, right?
No.
He's smart.
You're here to
That's
save
really
me, huh?
smart, actually.
What's your outfit?
No, it's not. How is that smart?
I'm the pawn
Yeah,
they sent
exactly.
in here to save your worthless
Look at this first
butt.
guy.
Really? It's true.
The second
You
guy
don't
is
look like
better.
one of them.
He got the best treatment.
In that case, hurry up and get me out of here.
Just walk around it, avoid it.
Slow down.
Because it's smart.
Don't worry.
It's
First, I want some
intentionally dumb.
information about the
So it's like-
terrorists.
The terrorists?
Do they really have the ability to launch a nuke?
What are you talking about?
The terrorists are threatening the White House. They say if they don't accede to their demands, they'll launch a nuclear
Got hit
weapon.
by a dildo.
Sweet Jesus.
I love cats. This is a very shaky, yeah.
Is
I
it
really hate when
possible?
cats have that disability, though.
It's possible. They could launch a nuke.
That's like half a terabyte of RAM. 75 terabytes of space. Actually, nah. I would get a petabyte.
I thought this place was just for the keeping of dismantled warheads. They shouldn't have access to a missile.
That's the official
Also, I'm gonna go to...
Got it.
Yeah.
That's a guy. What the hell? Wait.
We were conducting exercises
That's a guy.
with a new type of experimental weapon.
Wait.
Truly
Let me use my
historical
pattern recognition.
What?
A weapon with the ability to launch a nuclear attack from any place on the face of the Earth. A nuclear-equipped walking battle tank.
Yeah, that's a perfect no. Holy fuck, that's a guy.
Gear. It can't be.
You knew? Metal Gear is one of the most secret black projects. How did you know that?
We've had a couple of run-ins in the past. So that's the reason you were here at this disposal site?
Why else would I come to a godforsaken place like this?
I had heard that the Metal Gear project was scrapped.
On the contrary, it's grown into a huge joint project between ArmsTech and ourselves. We were going to use this exercise as raw data, and then proceed to mass production. If it hadn't been for the revolution.
Revolution?
Wait, what?
Rex has fallen into the hands of terrorists.
Rex?
Metal Gear Rex, the code name for the new Metal Gear prototype. They're probably already finished arming the warhead they plan to use with Rex.
Oh my god.
These guys are pros. They're all experienced in handling and equipping nuclear weapons.
Hey! Shut up in there, will ya?
I thought that all nuclear warheads were equipped with safety measures. Some kind of detonation code that you have to input.
Oh, you mean PAL. Yes, of course.
What the hell
There
is
is a
that
PAL.
code?
It's set up so that you need to input 2 different passwords in order to launch the device.
There are 2 passwords?
Yes. Baker knows one, and I know one.
Be prepared to get flashed.
The president of ArmsTech?
Yep.
That's right.
Yeah.
Each of us needs to input our password, or there can be no launch. But
let's pick this. Trash hit it?
They found out my password.
You talked?
Psycho Mantis can read people's minds. You can't resist.
Psycho Mantis?
One of the members of Foxhound. He has psychic powers.
This is bad.
It's just a matter of time before they get Baker's too.
If they find out Baker's password...
Yes. They'll be able to launch a nuke anytime. But there is a way to stop the launch.
What?
The card keys.
Card keys?
They were designed by ArmsTech, the system developers, as an emergency override. Even without the passwords, you can just insert the card keys and engage the safety lock.
And if I do that?
Yes, you can stop the launch.
That card key.
That's a pretty cool edit.
So where are the card keys?
Baker should have them. Listen, you need 3 card keys.
Oh my god.
There are 3 different slots to put them in. You need to insert a card into each one of them.
Okay, 3 card keys. Do you know where they might be keeping Baker?
Somewhere in the second floor basement.
Second floor basement?
I heard the guards say they moved him into an area that has a lot of electronic jamming.
Any other clues?
Yes. They cemented over the entrances, but didn't have enough time to paint them. Why don't you look for the areas where the walls are a different color?
Oh my god.
Here, take this. It's my ID card.
Oh my god.
It'll open any level 1 security door. It's called a PAN card. It works together with your body's own electrical field.
Personal area network, huh?
It transmits data using the salts in your body as a transmission medium. As you approach the door's security devices, they'll read the data stored in the card.
And the doors will open automatically. Gotcha. Okay, I'm gonna get you out of here.
Wait a minute.
What is it?
You haven't heard any other way to disarm the PAL, have you? From your bosses or anyone?
No.
Are you
It's
sure
not
you
enough?
haven't heard anything?
I just said no.
So, does the White House plan to give in to the terrorists' demands?
That's their problem. It has nothing to do with my orders.
But what about the Pentagon?
Pentagon? What is it?
My IQ comes out into bullshitty Texan style with 100 grammatical errors, 200 completely new words, and 100,000 spelling mistakes.
Hey, what happened?
Huh. Dead. Naomi, the chief, what happened?
I don't know. It looked like a heart attack, but...
A heart attack? No!
Damn!
Colonel, are you hiding
Damn.
something from me?
Now that's what I'm
Absolutely
into. What
not,
the
Snake.
fuck?
You've got to understand. This counter-terrorist op is security level red. You'll need the highest security clearance to learn the real story.
You want me to believe that you're in charge of this op, but you don't have complete access to the file?
I told you. The Secretary of Defense is in operational control. I'm just here as your support. Snake, we don't have time to debate. Get out of there and find President Baker.
That's a good arrow. What the fuck? Oh, time to continue. No, not my authenticator.
Don't move! So you killed the chief, you bastard! Liquid? No, you're not. Don't move!
Is this the first time you ever pointed a gun at a person? Your hands are shaking. shoot me, rookie?
Careful. I'm no rookie.
Liar. Your eyes wander. There's no confidence in them. The eyes of a rookie. You've never shot a person, have you?
You talk too much.
You haven't even taken the safety off, rookie.
I told you I'm no rookie.
You're not one of them, are you?
Open that door. You've got a card, don't you?
Why?
So we can get the hell out of
Looks
here.
like we'll be a little delayed. What are you doing? Don't think! Shoot! What are you waiting for? Shoot!
Don't talk to me like a rookie.
I'm telling you, shoot!
Thanks for the help.
Wait! Who are you? You fool! You've killed him! I'm sorry, sir.
His mental shielding was very strong. I could not dive into his mind.
Now we'll never get that detonation code.
Naomi, I just had some kind of hallucination.
Hello. What y'all doing? You've been playing that game. This is 11 o'clock this morning. You've been playing that game for 12 hours. Well, not 12 hours, but 3 hours. I brought my PS4 out here. Then I could have played Final Fantasy and Uncharted. I'm bored. Dude, have you noticed that there's so many walls outside? What? That's great news. Oh, I thought you was like he passed away. I was about to say what? What test did he pass? So he took a drug test? Okay, so what was the drug test for? Yeah, but what was he trying to get approved for? That, that, does he know how to drive? Okay. Have you noticed that there's so many wasps outside? Why are there so many wasps? Why are there so many wasps? Why are there so many wasps?
Yeah.
Wasps. The bugs that sting you.
H7N.
They keep coming. They keep coming towards me. They're like, I'm like, oh. Do they eat wood? I don't know. I'm saying, do they eat wood? Oh, no. I see so many red moths. I just bought it. I just bought it. But it doesn't arrive until right inside. Okay. Do you send it again? Yo, are moths fire energy? What page is the moth on?
Snake, Psycho.
What is it, Snake? snake. In China, they say you must cross the river before you tell the crocodile he has bad breath. Do you know what that means? It means that the wise man avoids danger first. Use your brain to avoid traps and stay away from the enemy.
Is it does it have walls up in here? It doesn't have walls. It says walls often symbolize self-defense, protection, aggression, and hard work.
maybe?